Hi everyone, it's Ben, and I have a confession to make. I'm dying to let you know about the relaunch of DP On Demand. There's going to be new and classic content uploaded monthly, in addition to 159 hours of already existing content. You can sign up by using the link below and get $2 off your first month, or become a $25+ patron to get a free month included with your patronage. That's all the content we normally offer on Patreon, in addition to DP On Demand monthly. This month's content is going to feature a classic Lost DP private show with the previous cast of DP, an episode of The Ass Cast with Ben and Jim Ass, a classic episode of that, and a new movie review with Ben, Jeff Holiday, and Adam from YourMovieSucks.org.
It was like there was a resolution at that moment, but there wasn't really.
Well, he's up on the hill.
Like that's where you cut the scene. Or loop the track or something.
You better get you and your steer out of sight.
Or not make a movie.
I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Good.
I was a beautiful longhorn steer. Me, I know longhorn steers. Been judging them for years. I moonlight as a longhorn steer judge.
New episodes will be released monthly after the 15th of each month. Here's the Lost show that was just uploaded, and as you can see, it's 6 days and 18 hours of content. Here's some of the private shows. There's a bunch of stuff on here. There's the Tommy Sotomayor, here's 23 Situations, Mind of the Manatee, Young Turks special. Click the link in the description below to get $2 off your first month of DP On Demand.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 950.
Going live!
We got Asterios. We got Dusty the Cockatiel. Surely the greatest duo in DP history. Welcome, Asterios. How's it going?
Hi, Dusty. Hi, Dusty. Hi.
See? Riveting conversation. That's what we're about.
Does he? Wait, he's not wearing his cans. Can you hear me? Dusty, can you hear me? I love you.
Yeah.
Dusty, I love you so much. I just want to say hi. Well, he's not even looking at the can. He doesn't care.
Dusty's a bird brain.
Just like every other relationship in my life, I'm putting in all the effort. Dusty's doing nothing, looking beautiful, doing it. Damn it!
Eventually, Dusty will probably point their butthole at the camera and give us a little poo-poo, too.
I'll take it. Yeah. I'll take any attention I can from this bird. The fact that this bird doesn't want to pay attention to me makes me want this bird's love more than anything.
Asterios, you're like every girl with daddy issues.
Yes, I am. I mean, look. Oh my God! Look at Dusty. She's got that little crown, little tiny little crown. Oh, I found out. So there's this place in Orlando. It's like for abandoned birds, but not just any abandoned birds. Birds who have outlived their owners.
Yes.
Parrots can live to be like 120. Like, they'll watch you die, they'll watch your kids die. Like, they're like turtles.
Yeah.
But they could snap your finger off.
Oh, yeah. I got bit by a parrot when I was a kid, and I bled. And the parrot laughed at me when I was like, this parrot was evil. It would bite people, and when they would react, like, most people would react the same way, like, ow. It would go, ha, 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 like that. What an evil piece of shit. But I still loved it. It was adorable.
I'd punch a bird.
Well, of course.
No.
I would.
In self-defense.
Yeah. I would never punch like a bird unprovoked. I'm not sick in the head.
But yeah, there are parrots that have an average lifespan of like 50 to 70 years, and they can live over 100. That's insane. Yeah, at this point in my life, at 40 years old, if I got one of those species of parrots, it would probably be irresponsible. You know?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Here's what you got to do. You got to be like 3 years old and decide to adopt that parrot. And then that parrot's probably going to be giving your eulogy.
Well, the idea is to have like an incel nephew or something to take care of the bird when you die, because he won't have kids. So you're like Mortimer, I'm giving you this bird because you never got laid. Enjoy the bird. Don't fuck the bird.
No, that will kill the bird.
It's molting.
If you tell it's molting because it's stressed, and it's stressed because it knows you want to fuck it. Like, that's the thing. You tell an incel not to fuck a bird, you kind of it's on you what happens.
You're
next.
planting the idea in their brain at that point.
I mean,
Billy understands this as someone who has to do most of the things people tell him not to do. You have to understand this.
That's why I told him not to fuck the bird. I'm not particularly a big fan of birds.
That's disgusting.
Oh my God, that's brilliant!
Everyone, please like the stream. This is the third and final full show of the week because we're taking Saturday off. We do have another game that's going to help us reach this goal before the end of this episode. I want to remind everyone, we played this same game last week on Saturday for our version of NFTs, which are known as non-fuckable tokens.
Yeah, they're non-fuckable tokens for those people at home.
Yeah, and this was the last one on a T-shirt that will be shipped out in a few days.
They're very rare. Yes. What, 5 people are going to get this shirt? 5 people?
Yeah, 5 people are going to get this limited edition shirt who won the game last time. And all of them sent me their shipping addresses and everything. And we have a new one. We don't have the art done for the winners today, but give them a little taste of what to expect.
For the art?
Yeah.
Did you just see that last masterpiece?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be something completely new and unique, only to you, only to the winners of the game.
Pertaining to this episode.
This episode.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it'll be Dusty taking a big shit.
It could be.
Won't be.
It could be.
It won't.
Or maybe it'll be an incel looking longingly over at a parrot. You never know.
It might be.
I had people that didn't catch the episode live that were trying to buy the last NFT.
They were?
Yeah.
Poor guys.
Yeah.
It might be Dusty cockfighting a porg. I don't know what it'll be. I don't know what it will be.
Porg fighting.
Do the
male and female porg have a word to distinct them from one another, or are they asexual?
Unironically, they have different colored fur. Female porks have a crown of gray fur around the face, and male porks have a crown of orange fur around the face, which caused a big stir because if you see the second movie, The Force Awakens, the only time you ever see female porgs are when they're in the nest. And the first time we see porgs is we see 2 porgs with orange fur around their face cuddling. The first porgs we see are gay porgs.
Nice. Well, they're just cuddling.
Yeah.
It's cool to cuddle with a bro. Sometimes I cuddle.
Just bros being bros, right?
Yeah, just bros being bros. If you guys want to mint one of these non-fuckable tokens, play the game Suck My Deck. And right here we got a brand new Billy's deck. Brand new Billy's deck. For every $20 dono, you get to write one of these interacting cards from the non-fuckable tokens. And then you get one of these cards minted, and then we will randomly pull a card out at the end of the episode for the winner. Anybody who does a $100 dono, because we get those sometimes, we're going to thank you directly by just giving you one of the shirts directly like last time. And every $100 we go over the goal, if we do, we'll throw in another random pick out of my deck. If you want to mint one right now, $20 donos, pick a card, a suit, a spade, a club, a heart,
Whoa,
a diamond.
excuse me, what, Billy?
A spade, a club, a heart, a diamond.
No.
And then one of the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, or Ace. And there's only one to go around. If you pick one that's already been picked, I'm gonna mint you one to the next closest number of my choosing. If you don't like that, I don't know what to say. It's what we're doing tonight. Suck my deck.
And it
Suck
worked.
a card out of my deck for 20 money.
It worked last time. We did meet the goal. So hopefully you would like a limited edition T-shirt non-fuckable token.
They're very rare.
They're insanely rare.
They're very rare.
They're crazy rare.
They're the type of rare that you rarely see. They're like Halley's Comet.
Yeah. I always get confused because they at one point they called that Halley's Comet. I've heard it called many different names, and I just want to know the actual name of the fucking comet.
I don't really care. I mispronounce things all the time. I mispronounce my own name sometimes. I don't even care. Asterios.
Look, here's what I like about these non-fuckable tokens. You can only get them during this show.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't buy one of these cards, you're shit out of luck. You're shit out of luck. Or pledge $100 and then skip all the whole randomness. But like either way, you're shit out of luck if you don't pledge. Now that I like because it's like, a lot of people are like, I'll watch Drunken Peasants later. I'll catch up on the weekend. No, you gotta watch live.
Yes.
You gotta watch live or else.
Yes.
Or else. But for those of you watching, like I said, you saw the last art that was inspired by the last Saturday's episode. So who knows what'll happen tonight? Who knows?
Before the end of the night, I guess we might have a better idea, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Someone coded a video game of you, Billy.
Oh yeah? Let me play it.
Check this out. There.
Beep boop boop beep boop boop.
It's your head and your donut chain.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yep.
Why do I keep getting hit in my head? Are you playing it or?
No. This is just a recording of it. What?
I love this. This is great. This is hypnotic. It's like ASMR.
Are you telling me
Is this you playing it? I mean, in the past.
Whoever made it sent in this recording. It's called Flappy Fridge instead of Flappy Bird.
So it's Flappy Fridge, and I'm looking at it, and it looks like this guy who made the game, his high score is 15.
Yeah.
So, like, if I got
beatable.
16, I'd be better at this game than him. And
Yes.
He made the game.
You'd be the world champion at Flappy Fridge. The world champion.
I could be the world champion at Flappy Fridge if I just could get 16. I've been known to pull a couple of 16s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did collab with Onision for a long time.
Oh my god! All right, usually I don't like Onision jokes, but you got to admit that was a very good one.
Yeah, I admit.
What I was gonna say is there's a video game of me as well. If you go on itch.io, I mean you don't have to do it right now, but maybe later in the show, or I could find a link. Someone made like an Asterios Asteroids game where it's like me shooting porgs and like collecting chicken fingers. Let me see if I can find this because I only played it once because I was very embarrassed, but now I'm less embarrassed. But anyway, listen. Here's the thing about Flappy Bird. The guy made it. He realized he made a piece of software that was hurting people.
Cock and holes tell me that
What?
I'm a dirty ass loser.
For $20, I'll tell you you're a dirty ass loser bitch. Thank you so much for the donation. You get a card. Hopefully, your donation which is a prize in itself. The fact that you keep the show going,
Yes.
and also get you one of these non-fuckable tokens. But what I was gonna say is, the creator of Flappy Birds made this piece of software, realized it was hurting people, and then said, "I'm taking it off the App Store. I'm gonna stop." And in an unrelated story, we're talking about Mark Zuckerberg today.
Yes.
Ooh. How was it hurting people?
It was addictive. The guy was like, I don't like how addictive this thing is. I don't like that, because he was seeing the numbers of how long people were playing the game, and he was like, that's it, no more Flappy Bird.
Oh damn.
He was like, I have become destroyer, death. What was the thing that guy that created the atomic bomb said, where he's like, I have become death to worlds.
Yeah.
He got the Peace Prize though, right? The Peace Prize is named after him, huh? Was it Nobel that created, or am I on drugs?
Nobel created TNT.
Dynamite. Okay.
Dynamite.
Yeah, that pussy who created a nuclear bomb didn't get shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Robert Oppenheimer. He said, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds, as he witnessed the first detonation of a nuclear bomb. What a pussy. If I invented a nuclear bomb, I would be trying to get laid off that story.
Okay, for one, if a girl heard you said, I am become death, destroyer of worlds, she'd fuck you.
Of course she would. That's confidence, baby.
Yeah. So he maybe he did have your intentions in mind.
Do you remember that Star Trek episode with the game that got everyone addicted to it? Like, it gave you a dopamine rush every time you scored a point. And then another symptom of the game was that you had to force other people to play the game, too.
You know it's a good night when the sweet boys are live. Hit me with the Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades for lowbrow jester. Goose Juice, you got to pick a card. You didn't even pick a card.
Stereos, we watched an insane movie for our monthly movie review. We watched Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
I love that goddamn movie. The most expensive thing about it was that they licensed RVD's theme song.
He's not in it, right?
No, he's not.
I'm thinking of something else then.
You
Hold
might
on.
be. This one has Roddy Piper, Kurt Angle, Matt Hardy, Shane Douglas, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Those are the high-profile wrestlers.
Lowbrow Jester, you've minted the Jack of Spades, non-fuckable token. Good job.
Don't try to fuck it. It's non-fuckable.
You can try to fuck anything. You just won't be able to. You won't be able to.
But you were talking about that Star Trek game, and it's like, oh wow, yet another clear Facebook analogy. Like, not only does it addict you with little dopamine hits, but it's also constantly asking for access to your contact.
Yes.
Like, I fucking hate how I refuse to install Facebook Messenger because it wants these phone numbers. Like, I don't even want all these phone numbers. Like, I don't talk to these people. I text like 3 people maybe. And why the hell does it want all my old bosses and old workplaces fucking phone numbers? What, so I can say happy birthday to my grandma? Like, you're being weird, Zuck.
It is weird. Farmville was an evil creation too. In the earlier days of Facebook, it would encourage people to invite all of the people on their friends list to get in this weird it's like it's supposed to be a fun game, but it's work at the same time.
That's what the real communism should be.
Like a Farmville?
Yeah, we'll create games that do tasks that we normally would pay people hourly for, but it's all through the game. So people just log in and they get dopamine instead of food or rent.
Well, if Farmville, every time I clicked on a crop of wheat, a real life crop of wheat did get watered, that would be cool. But what happened with Farmville was a couple played it so much that they let their baby die.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
Remember that time that baby died because of fucking a game that's not even that much fun?
No.
Look, I get it if you're playing Fallout New Vegas. Look, some people gotta go. But Farmville?
Yeah, if you let your baby die over Farmville, you're the worst gamer I know. And there's a gamer that just killed his wife.
Yes.
He was a Skyrim gamer, though. And he had a TikTok, right? He was a TikTok
Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim's pretty cool. Skyrim is pretty cool.
Skyrim's like Farmville in 3D.
Let's check out Zuckerberg's thing that he did today, and it's part of DP Action News. Here we go.
He called me sir. It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
So, one thing that came out of this whole thing is that we've learned about Zuckerberg's affinity for Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Okay, for one,
all right? In the background in this video, which we'll watch some of the video, he has a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's up on his shelf, up there, using it as like a bookend. And I found this video where he sings the praises of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce multiple times.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That is going on the ribs. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. The Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's is very good. Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's
We
is
have
very
just
good.
applied the Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Maybe throw some Sweet Baby Ray's on the ribs.
Sweet Baby Ray's, the billionaire's barbecue sauce of choice.
It's got adrenochrome in it. Sweet babies raised for the adrenochrome.
She's waiting for.
No,
he's gaslighting.
It's cryptic.
Dude.
It's hidden in there.
Obviously.
Yes.
Those aren't barbecues. Those are chambers to hide little children. I'm sorry. I had to tell you all the truth.
Her ribs. I mean, she knows what's coming, and Sweet Baby Ray's.
She knows what's coming. Stereos, you don't approve?
So that's.
No, I just think that's brilliant. That's so much. Look, the whole thing with cheese pizza was a bit of a stretch.
Yeah,
right.
Like it's like the Democrats kept talking about how much they love pizza. It's like, yeah, everybody fucking loves pizza, jackass. Like, what the fuck did you? Of course they love it, but like this, now you're on to something. Q, if you're listening, you write that down.
There's some BBQ right here.
That's.
Oh my! Wait, you've got a whole new character now. BBQ.
BBQing.
Yeah.
The sweet babies are raised and they're put into the ovens and covered with sauce for adrenochrome.
That's pretty good. Who doesn't like ribs? Everyone likes ribs. Everyone likes ribs.
What kind of ribs, Marcus? What kind of
baby
ribs?
back ribs?
No! I like how just a second ago Asterio said everybody likes pizza, and then we go into them immediately knowing that the Asterios was going to try and say that about pizza, so they're like, everybody likes ribs. They're trying to one-up you, Asterios. That ain't right.
Story of my fucking life. Went up by these Harvard nerds. God damn.
Here's the video.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything.
And by the way, this is similar to when Comcast changed their name to Xfinity. Their company has such a bad reputation that they're changing their name, hoping that people forget that they were Facebook.
Yeah, all of a sudden. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to point out the toddler trap in the background he has there. You see that giant wooden pillar that looks like huge wall outlets? Kids are always trying to stick their fingers into wall outlets?
Yeah.
Yeah, it attracts the kids. They stick their finger in, their hands get caught when it goes in, and they're stuck in the toddler trap. I saw it on Wayfair.
Wayfair, they have just what he needs. Oh, my goodness.
It's who we are.
Somebody just bought a $10,000 barbecue off Wayfair.
I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
That's a satanic symbol there.
Our mission remains the same.
That blue infinity. What is it? An ovary? What is that thing over there?
It looks like an infinity symbol. Like it's kind of lopsided. But yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Maybe it's a saddle.
It's still about bringing people together.
It's a saddle.
Our apps and their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around people. Hey, and welcome to Connect.
You harvest people. We literally Farmville was about the harvest of people's attention span for profit. You're harvesting souls daily with your meta group. I have my friend Eugene. He's been on the show. Eugene Kappen.
Yes.
He's big into like metaverses and how that's the future of the internet. That's metaverses.
Yeah, that's part of what they're doing.
He's very mad. All the metaverse people are very mad at Mark Zuckerberg right now for co-opting their movement.
Today, we're going to talk about the metaverse, starting with the most important experience of all.
I don't know why
connecting
this froze.
with people.
It's not frozen. His face just stops moving mid-talk. It's a glitch in robotics.
It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually. It has things that are only possible virtually, and it has
Parts of your physical home?
Yeah, you can make part of your actual home your metaverse home. You know,
weird.
Like mixed reality, like they're probably going for like a mixed reality thing where they sell you a pair of fucking glasses, and then when you wear it, like, oh, there's a piece of digital art up on the wall. Wait, which actually would be cool if it was a non-fuckable token. Wait, and all of a sudden now I'm getting sold on the metaverse.
Interesting.
Inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear.
Stop it. Hey, are you coming?
So,
that's why we have all these sweet babies raised.
So Facebook when the Facebook Twitter page is now privated, and now Meta is replacing the Facebook Twitter account. But here's the thing, I was already following this, so I'm wondering what it used to be. I think they rebranded.
Did you buy Meta or
No. It became Meta today, but I was already following it. So I think it was it might have been one of Facebook's like because there were multiple Facebook Twitter pages. There was one for like technical help, and there was one for like other aspects of Facebook.
I heard that they just bought a big e-girls page and turned it to Meta. So everybody following the e-girl would already be following them. It's Belle Delphine. She's been absorbed by the metaverse.
Perfect.
So yeah, they're just like, by the way, everything's in-app game now.
Yep.
Hi.
What's up, Ma?
Whoa, we're floating in space? Who made this place? It's awesome.
Right? It's from a crater I met in LA.
This place is amazing.
This place
Boss,
is
that you?
amazing.
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Whoa.
There's a Force ghost in there.
I knew you were bluffing.
Hey, wait. Where is Naomi?
Let's call her.
Naomi.
T-Pain? He has T-Pain in his phone
should we
book?
deal you in?
Hey. Sorry, I'm running late, but you gotta see what we're checking out. There's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
Oh God. Yep. Yeah,
Hiding
it is.
AR pieces for people to find.
Hey, street art. That's
Yeah, this is all about what the
Send that link over so we can all
metaverse's
look at it.
integration of the internet and real life together.
Yeah, so you can walk around Soho seeing digital art with your special glasses everywhere.
Well, you can go right through your phone screen.
Oh, will
you come
it?
up with your phone screen, you catch it on your phone, all of a sudden it comes to life on your phone screen.
Yeah, or they are selling a pair of Ray-Ban glasses that they are hoping
That's why she
it'll
touched
be
your
like-
glasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't be as easy as that. You know, luckily the murder rate in New York is going up. So like, hopefully, hopefully these two jackasses are like looking at a piece of street art that a corporation paid $10,000 for. It's gonna get stabbed in the kidneys. Ah, sweet. These Facebook glasses sell for a fortune.
I think because we're defunding the police, that they actually have an app coming out that's Uber for murder, since the police won't be killing as many people.
Oh, that's nice.
They just order out, like a third-party company will do the murders.
Yeah, the gig economy. Exact contract killers. That used to be a phrase we used.
It's KILLR, killer.
They always get rid of the. Not the noun.
The last little E at the end.
Yeah, the vowel. They always get rid of the vowel.
Grinder,
All right, sorry, keep going.
Tinder, Grinder,
Tumblr.
Tumblr, Grinder.
That is something.
That's awesome.
Murder.
Wow.
I love the movement.
Wait, it's disappearing.
Is that a Dratini? That looked like a Dratini.
It does look
Wait,
like a Dratini.
it's disappearing.
Where are we at now? We're in the Bohemian Grove.
Oh my God. The sweet babies have been raised.
Where's the sweet baby
We're having
raised?
a cookout in the Bohemian Grove.
Maybe that wasn't in the video. Everyone was talking about the Sweet Baby Rays up on his.
It's
up on
really
his show.
good, dude.
Yeah, I've used it before.
Like they make a keto version, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think they
Today, we're introducing the
I should
Interaction
buy some
SDK,
for the kids.
a library of modular components that will make it easy to add hand interactions to your apps.
That's pretty exciting.
But next year,
It's
we
not.
are releasing a new product that push the boundaries of
It's like he started a website that made it easier for Ivy League students to hook up with each other. That's what he made.
That's what it started at.
Yeah. And then it expanded to regular universities.
Now he made a website that the government fears.
Yeah, you're fucking right. He's united both Democrats and Republicans in being afraid of Facebook. I love it.
we are even further. We've codenamed it Project Cambria.
So this isn't the next quest.
Ben, what happened to last night's tap?
Oh, it got taken down because of some copyrighted stuff that I played on it, so I'm going to have to edit that stuff out and try to put it back up.
Everybody who's doing a $20 dono, you could be buying a non-fuckable token.
Yeah, you got to put a number in your Streamlabs dono.
You got to pick one of the cards. The only one that's currently picked right now is the Jack of Spades. Everything else is open. Mint your token now.
Mint the token.
Be compatible with Quest, but Cambria will be a completely new, advanced, and high-end product, and it'll be at the higher end of the price spectrum too.
The lower end is actually called Coheed.
I was thinking of that joke, but then I was like, no, people won't get the reference.
Our plan here is to keep building out this product line to release our most advanced technology.
You know, Coheed and Cambria did the sequel to the song Jesse's Girl.
Really?
Wait, what?
And had Rick Springfield sing one of the verses, and he's in the video, too. It's the official sequel
What's it
to the
called?
song Jesse's Girl. I think it's like Jesse's Girl Part 2 or something. Let me see.
Is Jesse's girl now like Jesse Jr.'s mom? Like
Hold on.
Stacy's mom is the sequel
It's called-
to Jesse's girl
it's called-
because Jesse had a daughter named Stacy.
It's called Jesse's Girl 2 featuring Rick Springfield.
What a stupid name.
And the model or actress or whatever that played Jesse's girl in the original video is in the new video too.
And she's older?
Of course. Yeah.
Interesting.
Technology.
I'll probably do a FAP to that later.
Or we can hit the price points that we target with Quest. All right, so
This
let's
fucker
talk
is
about-
going full Data though.
He looks like Data.
Yeah.
He's
he
like-
looks more like Data than Data.
He's like, from now on,
know.
you can refer to me as Meta.
He just has to stop using contractions. And then he's all set.
Why are his eyes like devoid of pupils? Like he has like just like his eyes are just pure black, like in a 90s sci-fi channel movie where an alien takes over someone's mind.
He probably lives within the darkness.
Yeah, it's like you have $1 billion trillion. You can't use highlighting. Like they use highlighting in like Star Trek in the 60s.
What kind of weird sexual shit is going to go on in the metaverse?
I mean, those are the first adopters, right?
I know.
Like
Yeah.
those are the only people still on Second Life. Is like I gotta look like a squid to get where I gotta go. I gotta look like a squid.
What kind of sex will they allow?
Squid dungeon sex.
Will you be able to pay a premium to have like kinky stuff?
I have no idea, but you know someone's gonna. What's that rule where everything has to be sexual?
Rule 34
Yeah.
is whenever if you name it, it exists. This week, I was like, I summoned Rule 34. I was like, I wonder if there's pornography of the Arby's mitt. You know, the Arby's
and the hamburger
and
helper?
the hamburger helper hand.
Yeah, I saw that.
And there was. I was like, oh my god!
Stop
Yeah.
doing that though, because you got in trouble looking up porn on Pornhub.
I didn't get in trouble, but I all I did was I typed in DDLG into the search history on my Pornhub app on Roku, and they gave me like a warning message with a link to get help for my sickness.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Pornhub's telling me I'm sick?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with this?
But you just like girls with double D's and hot legs, right?
No, DDLG is
it's like role playing, like daddy dom little girl.
Daddy dom little girl. It's like grown ass women who like to dress up in fucking pastels and carry stuffed animals while they get railed. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna say that again. You like girls with double D's and hot legs.
I like daddy dom little girl where the girl's wearing pastels and she's got a fucking stuffed animal and she gets her face railed. Stuff like that. With consenting adults. There's nothing illegal about DDLG, and I'll stand on that just because there's all these tiny little sluts out there.
I'm sorry, Billy. I would more lean towards trusting Pornhub and authority on porn than you. Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, don't.
Pornhub says you need help.
Don't.
You need help.
Don't, dude. Don't.
I have resources you can contact.
Don't go there. Don't go there. This is the DDLG community. There's a lot of really mentally fucked up women who are of age that love to run around with stuffed animals in their hand while they get slammed from behind. Not my fault.
Yo, speaking of consent, though, real quick, I've been out of the loop for a second.
Yeah.
Have you guys read that first CWC letter from prison where Chris uses the word consent like 900 fucking times?
Yes.
I've never read something more. I just read it for the first time the other day. We do a little show called Christery for our patrons, and CWC is like, it was a very consentful exchange. It was consensual, full of consent. There was consent coming out of my wing wang. It's like, oh my, this fucking guy. You know, saying the word consent 90 times doesn't mean you didn't do something terrible to your mom, right? Now Dusty's waking up.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about CWC and CWC's mom, now Dusty's interested.
Yeah. I think it was Barb's drool that signified the consent. I think that's what it was.
Oh my God.
He was like, Barbie Chan, just drool. Show me consent.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he also uses the phrase Barbie Chan in that first letter, and it's like, look, after what you've been accused of doing, can you stop using their fun little nickname now? Like, this is the...
That's what Pornhub should be banning, not DDLG. They should be banning DDIM.
Daddy, dumb... What's the IM?
Dumb dude, invalid mom.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! All right, we gotta lighten the mood. Here's the trailer for that game that Asterios is in. Asteroids, I think it is pronounced.
Good name. Alert! Alert! Alert!
I haven't seen this. I didn't know there was a trailer.
What's the groomer?
I think his headphones stopped working when you asked that question.
No, I can hear you now. Oh my God, this is great.
Smoke the smoker. Zoom past the boomer. And destroy them all. You know, Asterios, I think your game is probably more lit than my game. They came for chicken nuggets. Asteroids.
Oh!
Yeah.
God.
Your
wow,
game's,
that was incredible.
Your game's epic.
I don't like how... Oh, sorry.
Your game's epic, Asterios.
I don't like how the groomer is the one that just looks the most like me without any props or costume pieces.
Yeah, right? Everything else had a little bit of a costume to it. The groomer was just literally you.
Just literally my face. I'm not sure, but art's art. What are you gonna do? It's like with Zuck in the metaverse. People are gonna fuck in it. You're just gonna have to let this fucking happen.
Is he gonna put the sex in the metaverse behind a paywall?
That's where I would put it, yeah. And I'd be like, no, you need to pay this money to make sure kids don't get in. And then I'd be like, ha ha ha, pervs will pay anything to jerk off while looking like their favorite cartoon
Oh my
characters.
God. How great will it be is if you could wear these glasses and when you meet up with somebody that you see their avatar so you don't have to see how fat and nasty they are in real life?
That's a really fucking good idea.
Yeah. You're like, yes, this is very good. Where are all these extra flesh pillows coming from? Because you're like reaching around their fat body, but they're thin in the avatar. So they're I don't know. Like,
flesh pillows.
There's flesh pillows.
No, I mean, I love it because it's like, it's you meet up with me. Look, it's not great. You put on those glasses and all of a sudden you're hanging out with 90s heartthrob Chris Isaac from Showtime's The Chris Isaac Show. Now we're playing a wicked game, if you know what I mean.
I wasn't going to steal that from you.
The wicked game.
Thank you. It's the only thing I know about Chris Isaac.
Right.
That's it.
I was like, I'm going to give Stereo the chance to do wicked game. But if he doesn't get it out, this punchline, I'm sneaking it in.
No, what is that? Of course, yeah, obviously. We gotta go.
I saw this on the news this morning. This is the worst case of mask-related violence against a flight attendant. There's not an actual video of it, but here's the news story about it.
Developing overnight, a terrifying incident on board an American Airlines flight from Kennedy Airport. A passenger now in custody after he allegedly punched a flight attendant in the face. This morning, we're learning it all may have escalated over a face mask. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller joins us live from JFK with the new developments from the overnight. Derek?
Ken, good morning. That unruly passenger is now banned from American Airlines, but that could be the least of his issues after he's accused of punching a flight attendant midair. Take a look. We have a picture of this man, a passenger on the plane.
Zuckerberg! You son of a bitch! You skinny little freak! You leave those FAs alone!
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, he's wearing the mask now.
Well,
yeah, now he's wearing the mask. Yeah, to hide his identity.
Now they got him looking like Hannibal Lecter over here.
This photo of the man arrested sitting inside the terminal at the airport in Denver, handcuffed and, yes, wearing a mask. But American says he punched a female flight attendant over his refusal to put one on in the first place. American says Flight 976, with service from New York to Santa Ana, California, was diverted to Denver after that assault.
I'm so glad I've never been on a flight that was diverted because there was a crazy person on it. I would be very upset.
If this was like a sexual history of a woman in the 60s, if she went from JFK and thinking she's gonna go to John Wayne afterwards, but ends up with fucking Denver,
John Denver,
John
Just
Denver,
John Denver.
Like, is that a glow up or a glow down? The young John Denver at the time, right?
If you don't mind me saying, the last place you want to be with John Denver is on an airplane.
Whoa! Whoa!
That
I'm
plane
just
did
putting that
eventually
out there. That's a mile high club you don't want to join.
No.
Just saying.
land safely in Southern California. Passengers say the man had to be duct taped to the seat, and they say alcohol was involved before things turned violent.
I don't get this, because with a lot of these, they do say alcohol was involved. I would just fall asleep. If I was drunk on an airplane, I wouldn't want to fight.
Sticky in our fan chat says, I was the crazy person once. Took Ambien and had 5 drinks before I got on the plane.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
How were you not the sleepy person?
Why do you need drinks when you take Ambien? Ambien is... I've taken it before. You fall asleep within like 15 minutes of taking it. You cannot stay awake no matter how hard you try. You could be doing shots of espresso and shit. You will pass out on it. And when you wake up, you might not remember like the first 4 or 5 hours of waking up either.
Yes.
Weird.
Yes.
Yeah. Sticky must have saw some like serious shit in Vietnam or something. Like,
yeah,
what
what
is like
hell,
Sticky? What are you trying to avoid? Oh, and speaking of Sticky, this is the second time that I've read about flight attendants having to duct tape someone to a chair.
Yes.
I guess FA's it's just part of their kit now to have a roll of fucking duct tape to deal with assholes. This is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sticky says, I was trying to sleep through the 6-hour flight. I fell out of the bathroom without my pants. I don't think there's an anti-pants rule. It's an if you're not wearing a mask. Nobody cares about your stupid pants.
That's better than trying to fight somebody.
Yeah, we don't care about your dumb pants. They can be off on. We don't care. Just make sure you don't take your mask off while you're on Ambien.
Yeah.
I went through European customs on Ambien and I didn't even remember it. I had like a 10-hour flight.
What were their customs?
That's a dad joke and a half, man.
I understand that he actually punched her twice. I did see her walk back down the aisle afterwards. She had blood splattered on the outside of her mask.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
there was a doctor on the flight, luckily, so I don't know. He said it wasn't broken,
But
but,
he was a
it was
dentist.
bleeding, so they took her to the hospital.
That's messed up.
And meanwhile, an American spokesman says, we are outraged by the reports of what took place on board. Acts of violence against our team members are not top.
Sticky was running around without her fucking pants on the plane and did leave a trail of blood down one of the flight attendants' face.
Tolerated by American Airlines. We are working with law enforcement to support our team member and pursue prosecution. And the individual involved in this incident will not be allowed to travel with us in the future. Now, assaulting a flight attendant is a felony, and you could...
A federal offense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he should be charged.
Yeah, my guy's gonna not have a good life now.
No.
Go to prison for up to 20 years. Also this year, the FAA has been busy handing out hefty fines in reaction to this surge in incidents that they've been seeing this year.
It's crazy how many times, not just on airplanes, but in regular establishments, the mask thing has caused so much physical violence. I think
I know why. Like, because I've been thinking about this too, with like all these like fucking school board meetings. I think these like anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers, they go around all day like having these conversations in their head with liberals, and like they're getting like so fucking pissed off at like what liberals must be thinking of me for not wearing a mask, and oh, I bet all these liberals are talking shit about me. And then like when they get in front of these microphones or they get on these planes, they are just so keyed up to like throw a punch because in their mind they've been arguing with you for weeks now, and the first straw has suddenly become the last straw. I don't have any jokes for that. It's just my opinion.
Yeah. You could be right. I don't get it.
I have a joke for that.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Their first straw has suddenly become their last straw. Well, then I guess it's time for us to share a milkshake.
Oh, I love it! Andrew Wang! Andrew Wang, not left, not right, forward! Let's all be radical centrists. Centrists on skateboards, ignoring the problems of both major parties. Yeah, grilled pilled, riding above it!
We're not itchy, we're not scratchy, we're the poochies.
Mm-hmm. Everybody loves Poochie. I heard he lived on his way back to his own planet.
Dude.
All right, let's hear more from this gap-toothed freak.
Agent
reporter.
06 in the chat with the Simpson reference in response to our Simpson reference saying "Boo Earns."
I was saying Boo Earns. Here's a massive drug bust inside rental home.
Now, new at noon, nearly 40,000 prescription pills, tens of thousands of dollars, and
she said it's prescription pills.
a gun.
No, it's spice.
Looks like spice.
It looks like spice
from Frank Herbert's Dune.
Certainly must flow.
Inside a Marietta home. CBS 46's Tori Cooper explains how police knew which home to raid.
Yeah, I had a chance to speak with the tenant who was
how
actually
police
staying
knew
in
which
that
home to raid. Well,
Airbnb this morning. He is saying he is planning on checking out, but residents I spoke to say they're just glad that the homeowner acted quickly. It's an Airbnb made for 6 guests, but last week, 5 men overstayed their welcome.
The scene looked like something out of Breaking Bad, only even worse.
Only even worse.
Hold on. There was like multiple murders in Breaking Bad. There was all kinds of stuff.
No, it was like a scene out of Breaking Bad, not the entire series. It was like the scene, with Badger. It was like the Badger scene, but only worse.
Look, in Breaking Bad, they poisoned a baby with some berries. Like they did. There was some pretty horrible stuff. That
he wasn't a baby.
You saw what happened to fucking Jesse's wife?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see if this is worse than that.
Was it Jesse's wife? It was his girlfriend, right? Kristen Ritter.
She choked on her own vomit.
Killed. His girlfriend chokes on vomit, but then remember, like, his baby mama gets shot by those Nazis.
Yeah.
The police say the
we can
homeowner
all
of this
agree the Nazis were bad.
residence called police expressing concern that there may have been a civil dispute among 5 men who rented her Airbnb property and they may be under the influence of drugs. She told police they were already supposed to check out.
You had individuals that were clearly under the influence. The 5 suspects that were there either weren't wearing respirators.
Cobb County, Georgia, by the way, home of the Big Boss Man.
The Big Boss Man, exactly. Yes.
Hard times.
They were doing the pill
This
press
guy's a far
work.
cry from Big Boss Man.
Oh, yeah.
This is like if James Corden was hired to play Big Boss Man.
that they were doing or had ingested their own product.
Shock, because we don't really get too much of that in this area.
What?
We don't got any of that in this area. Nope, forget about that. We never see that in this area.
Look, it was an Airbnb rental. He lives in a up booming area of Cobb County. But if he did do drugs, I would go on the news and say we don't see a lot of that in this
exactly.
area. That would be a great alibi. But this is an Airbnb rental.
Wesley lives across the street, and he says he watched as police uncovered what the tenants may have been up to.
Officers were able to seize over 35 pounds worth.
I hate when they do this, where they put like all the money and the drugs on a table, and they're like, "Look what we got."
This looks like a Brazzers thumbnail for druggies instead of porn addicts.
We had something like this recently from Seattle, where they
Danny
seized
Trejo's
stolen
head was on a
Legos.
turtle that exploded. But that's nothing compared to some hillbillies with meth in the middle of nowhere. Pick a card for me, Billy.
So
was Danny Trejo in Breaking Bad?
I don't know.
Someone's head was on a turtle.
I remember the head on the turtle. Yeah,
I do remember that.
Card
But
for
yeah,
Locust
there was some crazy Lego, like underground Lego ring, where they were like being stolen and sold on the streets here. And the cops here took a picture like this, but it was Legos stacked up on the table.
Yeah, that's like, this is, I just hate that they're like lording all their pills and Legos over me. Like, this is an incredible Saturday night.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my God. If I could just get high and do Legos, I would do that for one night.
Yeah.
Worth of Xanax and 6.5 pounds
Xanny
worth
bars.
of Oxy.
The street value of the bus was more than $250,000. They also found a gun and $7,000 worth of cash, according to police. All 5 men were arrested and booked into Cobb County Jail on numerous drug charges. Homeowner was not home to comment. Neighbors say a bust of...
I'll be like, wait, this is all personal use.
The Locust God. You got the 4 of hearts because this heart's for you.
this magnitude sends a clear message to future tenants.
That this isn't going to be an area that's going to fly.
Meanwhile, police just wanted to reiterate to the community that if this is something that is happening, the best thing you can do is to contact police as soon as possible. Reporting in Marietta, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
Unless you live in Seattle because they're not able to do anything about it anymore.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, you know what I heard? I heard that up in Vancouver, Canada, they got mushroom dispensaries now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I've heard about this too.
Yeah.
I heard that for a while it was legal to get them through the mail. But now now you can walk into a little store and eat mushrooms. That's great.
Yeah. I've only ever experienced that in the Netherlands.
If I had a mushroom dispensary, I would have little warp tubes outside and call it the Mushroom Kingdom. And then
Oh my God!
And then you get sued by Nintendo. End of story.
But no, I wouldn't get sued because the warp tunnels would be just a little different.
They wouldn't be green.
They wouldn't be green, yeah. They would be Technicolor. I would have rooms that were all LCD screens, and you would warp into enchanting areas while you were high. And you just sit there and have fun. King of Hearts for Goose Juice. Let's give it to you. Goose Juice.
God damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I would love for us to be able to start a little mushroom dispensary here in Seattle.
Yeah, hopefully that'll change.
I'll have a little cafe with warp zones and LCD walls to make the ambiance
I mean,
beautiful.
Nintendo's actually headquartered here, so they would catch on to that even quicker here than if it was somewhere else.
It's gonna be parody. I
don't know.
I know how to skirt.
No way.
Laws.
Nintendo's on to you.
For one, I'll tell you this. When Pornhub told me I couldn't watch DDLG porn, I skirted around that. I just got a girl to dress up like a fucking pastel freak with a goddamn
I like how
bunny in
you're
her
not,
hand.
Okay.
And then I just had the real thing, and I said, screw you, Pornhub. Now I have a slut here because you wouldn't let me watch it on a video. I felt like it was a terrible waste of time, though.
I've captured on camera customers pinned down a suspect after a violent attack in a South Loop coffee shop. CBS 2's Suzanne Lemonnier is live outside Pete's Coffee where she's learned what happened.
This story's going to be about. There might be a subtle clue as to why this guy freaked out.
There's some foreshadowing.
7 of spades.
Hey, Daniel, you son of a bitch. Never talk to me like that ever again. 7 of spades.
Seconds before that attack. Suzanne.
Well, Erica, the man was banging on the window like this. Then he just walked in and took the tip jar. This video was shot by a witness. Watch as 4 men, some of them using chairs, try to hold down a man who had just attacked a worker at this Pete's Coffee in the South Loop.
Citywide battery in progress, 41 East 8th Street, 41 East on 8th at Pete's Coffee. Says offender still on scene.
Police say the man held down by customers had stolen a tip jar.
Says he's a male white, AC/DC shirt, brown hair, mid-30s, appears to be on narcotics.
Appears to be on
this
narcotics.
employee tried
Dude,
to stop him,
when
the
I
man
was going
broke
to
the
the
tip jar on
Chipotle that's by the Kraken,
It's like the practice
the
space.
practice space for the
Yeah.
Seattle Kraken, the hockey space, the Chipotle that's over there now. Before the Kraken space got in there, there'd be a lot of vagrants and criminal activity, and people would come in and steal the tip jar at that Chipotle all the time. They would just run really big. Oh, they got a tip jar again. They just stopped taking tips. We'd rather not get tips than just have people rob our tips.
employee's head.
Employee is bleeding.
The coffee shop worker was taken from the scene in good condition and brought to Northwestern for treatment.
Yeah, I come here all the time.
Sienna Bell says she starts her day at this Pete's location every morning. It was closed. Instead of customers inside the coffee shop, there was a Chicago police detective talking to employees about what happened to one of their colleagues. Bell had this message for the employee.
Please get better quickly and don't allow this to not bring you back. I love all the people that work here. They are a part of the community. So this is really unfortunate that this happened.
Police arrested the man that had been
People are going crazy now because bars and restaurants in Seattle are they started basically vaccine passports here, so they're supposed to ask, but now there's already people figuring out which places don't really care and will let you in without it anyway. And I know some of them will probably get busted for it. It's just madness.
I went to the movie theater to watch the new Wes Anderson film, and they asked me for proof of vaccination.
It's the law now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had that here in New York for a couple of months.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a huge deal for me because it's
because you're vaccinated, because you're not an idiot.
Well, yeah, that, but also because it's these people are already asking for people's ID at the door. So, now they're just also asking for a Vax Pass in addition to the ID. Because, they compare the name on the Vax Pass to the name on your driver's license to let you into the bar. But it sucks for these employees because it's 1 out of every 100 people are going to be one of these keyed up freaks who's just being fed nonstop garbage by Facebook and can't wait to get into an argument with somebody about how the coronavirus is like a Chinese bioweapon or something. I feel bad for these employees.
Held down by customers until they arrived. We're not showing his face.
Do you think
because
when the
he's
revolution
undergoing
happens, Amazon will still deliver during the revolution?
A mental
They
health
better, or
evaluation.
those people are gonna get fired. You gotta keep your numbers up.
Yeah.
You better be fighting off riders with one hand while pissing in the jar with the other.
Because I'm just thinking
I
about
am
stuff
the
that I might need.
Comasterios destroyer of porgs. Give me random Billy the Fridge.
Give you random. I'm gonna give you random. I'm gonna roll.
Thank you, Rat Lord Catraz.
I'm gonna roll 2 d20s and then count down from there.
All right, but look, here's the good news about this news story. The guy didn't steal the tip jar. The guy didn't assault that employee because he was an anti-masker. He assaulted the employee because he was high on drugs. A nice, normal assault. Like the assaults that we used to have in this country before Facebook ruined everything and had us all at our throats.
Exactly.
Just a heartwarming, like, robbery. You know? The kind of robbery that could bring us together.
Love will keep us together.
Here's a local Seattle story. Suspect arrested after stealing school bus, hitting vehicles in Seattle.
Oh, no.
Well, this is the final path that bus take. It hopped onto the curb and then smashed into this concrete wall right here. We now know that the driver, 21 years old, was arrested and is in the hospital.
It took concrete and rebar to bring this destructive joyride to an end.
It looked like something out of like a sci-fi film or action film.
What are those bangs called?
I want to
a
make
horrible
this
choice.
NFT my meta profile pic. Random card.
Nice. Ace
Lit.
Pimpernel.
Ace Pimpernel's lit. All right, let's roll 2 times down the d20 and we'll go into the deck that much. 8.
I think they call this the Chuckies from Child Play.
We're going 16 deep again, so it's going to end up being the 7 of hearts, I think.
It was just, I've never seen anything like that before.
Tiffany Astrid describes the moment this 33,000-pound school bus barely missed her. Police believe a disgruntled bus service employee was set on causing damage Tuesday morning.
A lot of people were just in shock, like, why did this happen? It seemed intentional that this bus is just like careening into us.
According to police, just before 8 a.m., a man stole this empty bus near South Horton and Colorado Avenue South in Soto and proceeded to bang his way some 2 miles east, clipping close to 20 cars and sideswiping this King County Metro bus along the way.
The car damage, it's real. Like the whole neighborhood, there's just like crashed cars everywhere.
This car, just one of many, caught in the path of destruction. Police still tallying the damage.
We're asking anybody who may have been involved in a crash that we haven't spoken to yet to please give us a call so that we can get the charges added to this one. If you have any property that was damaged because of the bus running into it, give us a call.
The person behind the wheel crashed
That's
some
right,
15
Dusty.
minutes later near the corner of 23rd and Lane, where he ran away, but was quickly arrested.
I'm grateful because somebody could have been killed. Anything could have happened.
For those,
I love the people they interview. Like, if I was just walking down the street and they were like, "Hey, this guy stole a bus," I'd just be like, "No, thanks." Like, I don't want. I don't care.
Oh, I would talk to them.
I know you would.
The bus's path, a terrifying few moments that somehow ended with no serious injuries.
We should. I would though sit in the audience for New Day Northwest.
It's a new day.
That is a highly sophisticated program on local network television. I would love to be a part of that.
What's New Day North? I don't know what this is.
It's like our local
Like talk show,
View.
morning. Kind of.
It's like Ellen, but local.
Yeah.
Like today, we're gonna have the guy who sung the hook on Macklemore's Thrift Shop. Wands, love him.
As for that King County
He's like
Metro
one person I know that's been
bus
on.
that was hit, the driver was the only person.
They have some of the local wrestlers on sometimes too.
They had the daughter of Dave Mustaine, the singer from Megadeth, on there to perform one of her dad's songs, and she was fucking awful.
Oh man,
she was very, very bad. Like, I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Proud of her.
Yeah.
In the bus at the time that happened, the county says that driver was taken to the hospital. Police say that all injuries, amazingly, were minor in this situation. In Seattle, Sebastian Robertson, King 5 News.
About to get major with minor risk.
Wow, it's really we're getting there. We're almost at 40%. Quick refresher for those of you who just got here and maybe you're not aware of how the game works. So we'll let Billy explain it to you.
Oh, you can't just put me on the spot like that, dude.
Oh, sorry.
I'm over here doing clerical work.
Sorry,
I'm
sorry,
doing clerical work right now, man.
Okay. We'll show the beautiful bird for a minute.
Whoa.
We have full screen of stereos too.
Hey.
Thank you. I was looking at that bird. Hey, you're so fucking cute.
For every $20 donation, put in one of these numbers according to suit that are still available. You can suck a card out of my
Suck his deck.
And at the end of the night,
Suck
we're gonna
his
pick
deck.
a random shirt and give you a random unique shirt to the winner. Every $100 over the goal we go, we'll throw in another random shirt. And if you just throw us a $100 dono like some people love to do, we'll just give you a shirt as a thank you directly for tonight's unique,
from us to you.
Uniquely minted, non-fuckable token. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see we've already got a few minted here.
Hearts, please.
Two of hearts, you're getting it, Big Soul.
Hey!
You're getting it. The hearts are getting sucked up tonight. We literally have only got hearts and spades picked yet. Nobody's picked a diamond or a club yet.
Yeah, that's unusual. Very strange. Let's. The Pope is going to Canada to meet with the Indigenous leaders there. And as you've heard probably recently, back in the day when they had these assimilation schools for natives. Well, some of them in Western Canada, they found mass graves of Indigenous children over the last year or so.
Yeah.
So that's probably why the Pope is going there.
Looking live at the Vatican
I've been to the Vatican.
and following a major breaking story this morning. The Vatican says Pope Francis has agreed to visit Canada.
I don't understand. So he's going to apologize on behalf of Canada?
This is it.
I wonder how many Indigenous Canadians are Catholic anyway. I mean, some of them probably are because of the assimilation and stuff.
In response to an invitation from the Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops, it appears he has taken up the offer. It is part of the process of reconciliation for the decades of abuse and forced assimilation suffered by Indigenous children who were forced to attend residential schools, so many of them run by...
Yeah, there was a road when I lived in Albuquerque called Indian School Road, and that was the road that the Indian school in Albuquerque was on. And I guess a lot of the...
Give me the Lemmy. Ace of spades, please.
Ace of spades.
A lot of towns in the western part of the United States, especially in the Southwest, had an Indian school.
The Catholic Church. A statement from the Catholic Bishops of Canada says, in anticipation of the visit, a delegation of Indigenous survivors, elders, knowledge keepers, and youth will travel to the Vatican December the 7th.
There's the Swiss Guard. They dress like clowns. They're like medieval clowns, practically.
17th to the 20th.
Yeah, they're everywhere at the Vatican. It's weird because in the like more ancient times, like Swiss people were bodyguards. Not necessarily ancient too. Like hundreds of years ago, Swiss would be bodyguards for even like royalty and all sorts of shit, and they guard the Pope.
And they'd always have that army knife on them, so if you needed a spoon, you'd be like, "Hey, guard, flip that fucking army knife out. Give me a spoon."
They literally carry that now because all Swiss citizens have to join the military at some point in their lives unless they have like a medical exemption. And that's part of like being in the Swiss army.
It's having a
That's why-
kick-ass spoon on
Swiss
you at all
Army
times?
knife. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
I used to have a
corkscrew?
Swiss Army knife. They had like a toothpick in it too.
Yeah.
I should get me a Swiss Army knife. I'll always be ready to eat a good meal and pick my teeth and maybe even cut something up.
Open a good bottle of wine.
They got a corkscrew on there.
Yeah.
What? I wonder what the best Swiss Army knife is. Like some shit on there that
It's
you would
probably
never
what
think
they
of.
actually get like government issued there.
Yeah, there's got to be like some sort of improvements in the last
20th to
40
speak
years,
with
though,
the
right?
Pope.
Yeah.
Now, we'll get some more details.
The one that has the most shit in it, like the one from Sky Mall. I'm gonna find the Swiss Army knife that has 100 things. Give me one.
You know
second.
what? That's the answer to violence on airplanes. Bring back Sky Mall.
I'm not.
Oh my God! That people would be so enthralled with the great deals and cool gadgets.
It's like, look, this is a table and it's a kennel for your dog.
My God.
I'm not convinced that every thing on a knife makes the knife better, though. I don't like 100 things. I'm not convinced it's gonna make it better. I want like 7 really good things.
All right, look, I found a Swiss Army knife. I found a giant Swiss Army knife, and it's from swissinfo.ch. Let's see. It has 85 tools in it. Look, let's give it hear this knife out. If at the end of this knife's tool set you don't think it needs 85 things, that's fine, but give it a chance, Billy.
Isn't it weird that Switzerland, their .ch, it's because it's another example of Americans calling a country what they don't even call themselves.
Oh, what do they call themselves?
It's the Confederation Helvetia. Helvetia.
Like Helvetica?
I think that's I heard it pronounced Helvetia.
But is the font Helvetia then, or is that different?
I don't know. I could be saying it wrong anyway. We need Flo here since he's actually Swiss.
What we need is Listerios to give you that link to that army knife so we can pull it up.
It's in the chat.
I
All
can't
right, I'll
see the
take a
chat,
look.
so we have to go through Ben. Whenever you and I talk about the chat, Ben is like the middleman. He's the connector.
Yeah.
So
Well,
without Ben, you and I would never
This is
be able to share
ridiculous.
ideas. Giant Swiss Army knife sharpens Wanger brand. What's a Wanger brand? They have a Wanger brand on there, like it brands your Wanger. Like it puts like a fucking Schwanz tattoo into your Wanger. A knife with this is way too fat. This like you couldn't. This is too much shit, right? Asterios, tell me this isn't too much shit.
Okay, I mean it is way too much shit. I just sent Ben. I just sent you another link
Okay.
that has a picture of this knife next to a Wanger brand boot, and as you'll see, it's the size. Yeah, that picture of that knife is a slide. Yeah,
That's
this is-
Yeah. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we had a bit of a disconnect for a second there. We're back though.
We got Asterios back too.
Yep, everybody's
Hello.
back.
All right.
Yeah, so
I was hanging out with Dusty.
Yeah.
So much fun.
We lost our connection. So.
Magic has got cute on his dono, and I think that shut the entire stream down.
Is that what happened?
Magic has sent 10 and then used the emoji for the heart, but that doesn't show up. Doesn't show up on Streamlabs at all.
It broke our
so
whole
it broke
internet.
the entire internet connection. I'm gonna write Magicus down on the 10 of hearts anyways, because I'm an honorable man. But don't get too cute, Magicus. You try and get cute, and things like this happen. You want to get real cute, what you should do is you should dress up in pastels and maybe carry around a little stuffed animal for Papa. What do you think? What do you think, Magicus?
What about a big lollipop?
Yeah, Magicus.
Like, you know what I mean?
If you want to be
know,
cute,
you're
get
looking
a
that lollipop. You know?
get a big old lollipop, Magicus.
Get a big lollipop.
I want to see how many licks it takes till you get to the center of that. Oh, Tootsie Roll, Magicus. Lick that. Chomp down on it like the fucking owl in the goddamn 1970s commercial. A 1, a 2, 3. 3 licks to get to the center of a daddy.
Yeah, that's right. Count me down, Magicus. Yeah. Count me down.
A little slower.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Earlier when Asterios was testing out his mic when we were going live, he used his bedroom voice on Ben and I.
It did.
Swear
It
to
did.
God. Swear to God. Ben and I started sliding around everywhere. We were just moist. We were dunking Hines.
I was so scared because, like, anytime I talk to someone with my microphone, there's a chance that it will destroy their ears. So I was like, I'm talking real low just in case this gain is too loud. And then the next thing I know, these two are like sliding from slide to slide like they're doing the time warp.
Yup. I was Chubby Checkers over here doing the twist.
Let's do
the lemon twist.
Let's take a look at this article here. It looks like JR's getting in the weed business, which, by the way, I saw the other day. JR posted a picture of a skin tumor that he has.
That was
it was bad.
It's not a tumor.
I did not like. I have always. I mean, look. I know skin cancer's bad. I did not know it could be like that.
How bad was it?
It was like a golf ball.
Oh my god!
Like I wouldn't even pull it up on. It's like it was so graphic. Like I don't even think I'd pull it up. Oh, by the way, speaking of the stream, I can only see Dusty. Not that I mind.
Oh yeah, but it's got to share screen with you.
Oh shit. Okay.
And if those of you watching at home would like to play the game, every $20 dono, you can suck a card out of my deck. Suck my deck for $20, and we'll mint you a non-fuckable token out of the deck. These ones are still available. You can get any of the diamonds or clubs in the deck still. The majority have been hearts sold, and that's because sweet boys and sweet girls are out for my hearts. And a couple of spades as well. If you guys want to play the game, suck my deck. All $20 donos, just put in one of these card slots. And if you do a $100 dono, because people are known to do that, we'll just send you a shirt as a thank you.
Everyone, please.
A rare one-of-a-kind design by me.
Everyone, please like the stream. We lost 100 live viewers because of our little internet hiccup.
But we've got a couple hundred dead viewers.
We can't. Well, they can't watch either.
It's true.
So Jim Ross announces that he is opening a cannabis farm.
By God, what do you think it's gonna be called?
By God, I don't know. He should open a barbecue joint right next to the cannabis farm.
Yo, my God, that's fucking brilliant.
Yep. Sassafras.
He always called his weed chocolate cake, right? I bet it'll be like some kind of. It'll be like JR's chocolate ranch.
Yeah.
JR called his weed chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he would always be like, me and Bobby Heenan, we're gonna go enjoy some chocolate cake in the alley.
Oh, really?
Jim's a party animal.
He's a big time smoker.
Oh yeah, he smokes cigarettes too. I saw him smoking a cigarette. That thing that I went to with Scott in Chicago. I saw JR just chilling outside smoking a cigarette with his big 10-gallon hat and shit. It's pretty great.
During his recent Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross talked about how he's opening a cannabis farm in Oklahoma with his daughter. My youngest daughter and her husband and I, and another guy, a lawyer, are getting ready to start a cannabis farm. We're looking at the working title of Black Hat Farms.
It is so weird that he was forced to wear the hat. He took it like as a rib originally, that Vince was like, yeah, you're a fucking redneck, so wear this cowboy hat, Tex. And now that's that he kept it.
Not Tex, he's an Okie.
I mean, you know.
It was a rib on Southerners. That was the thing.
But also, take this into consideration. Egghead's dad was an Okie, but chose the name Texas Clapsaddle in his movies.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a symbiotic relationship between the two states.
Do you think JR's skin condition is a necrotic clapsaddle?
Oh my God. But yeah, no, that's true. JR did not want to wear the hat, and now he's naming his weed farm after the hat.
Yes.
It's like when Vince is right, he's right. He knew the guy needed a hat.
It's true.
When Vince is wrong, then everybody he talks to is Shelton Benjamin.
Yes.
I bought some land.
True.
I bought some land in Oklahoma recently for the grow houses and all the things. That's going to be their life. That's a big deal. She's got a great job in marketing. She's not going to quit that. I wouldn't even let her consider that. So I'm excited about that for my kids. I figured out it was probably smarter to leave them things while I was alive and sort through all their heartbreak and minutia and their legal and the legal stuff, the probate courts and all these things after I was gone. It's going to be hard enough after I'm gone simply because I've got so much memorabilia.
How sick is he? Because he's talking about it like he's dying really soon.
Is he?
Well, look, the skin cancer looked fucking terrible.
It looked terrible.
But I think that's something that he probably learned from Tony Khan. Because Tony Khan's father was like, you know what? I could leave you Tony Khan's father was like, I'm going to leave you $6 billion when I'm dead. Why don't you take $1 billion of it while I'm alive and do this wrestling thing so I can see you enjoy yourself? And now we have AEW. Like, now we have like the best fucking cool, like super indie
All right.
Live in 5.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go again. I don't know. The weather's bad here. It could be that knocking us offline. We're back again.
I just wish that the weather would knock it off and not knock us off. That's the weather should knock it off.
Okay.
Not us.
Okay.
So that's what should happen. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Hawkeye Pooch
I
says, "Let me
agree.
clap your saddle, Billy." No, I'm not in the saddle getting clapped business. I'm the one who claps saddles, Papa.
I'm the one who claps.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Walter White as fuck. Heisenbergers. Oh, Asterios, I got to tell you something. I've been enjoying cooking on a hot plate lately. I bought a hot plate to keep food warm because I was like, I'm gonna get my full Nick avocado cooking thing going, where I just cook at my computer screen. And I've been using it way more than I thought I would. I like it. I like cooking on a tiny little plate. It's restrictive, but it gives me everything I need to make delicious meals. Today I got a Seattle Kraken sausage, and I cooked it, and I heated up my bun, and I put some a Laughing Cow cheese on the hot dog bun. I have a keto hot dog bun, so it was all low carb, and I made a delicious some delicious dogs today. They were good. I was very proud of myself on my stupid little burner I bought from Target for $20.
Now, obviously, I love that you're cooking at home. Cooking at home it's a way to stay healthy and lose weight. Did you know though that like a stove has like 4 hot plates?
I don't like going upstairs.
Oh, it's upstairs. It's up. The kitchen's upstairs.
Yeah.
He lives in a basement.
No, I'm not doing
I'm
that.
not going
Okay.
upstairs.
If I'm you, I'm getting 6 hot plates and 5 microwaves. I'm not going upstairs
Exactly.
to cook. I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it.
I have a
So you have
Foreman
to-
grill. I have a Foreman grill in case I need to get wild.
I like that.
I have an Instapot. I'm going full on dungeon cooking.
Okay. Now I'm totally. Do you have to go upstairs to pee, or can you pee downstairs?
No, he has.
I have a
pee
pisser
plate.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got a
thank
pisser.
God.
I have a pisser downstairs.
What do you have downstairs?
I have a pisser downstairs.
Where is it again?
There's downstairs. There's a pisser.
What is it?
You got a big pisser downstairs?
I got a pisser downstairs.
Hold on, though. Seriously.
I got a pisser, shitter, shower combo.
No. We're not offline. I'm just. He said
thank God.
that he had a pisser downstairs like 20 times, and then I just pretended
Big
like I didn't
pisser?
hear him.
It's a pisser, shitter,
Hey,
shower
he's got
combo.
a pisser downstairs.
Got a pisser, a shitter, and a shower.
Oh, wait, but before we get off of this, though, that big knife has something called a reamer.
What? Yeah, we
that
totally.
big knife, it's got something called a reamer.
We didn't get
So
that
if you
deep
need
into
to
the
ream
reamer.
things with, you've got a big pisser, you got the knife, you got a big pisser, you got a reamer now.
I'm looking up what a reamer is.
It's a rotary cutting tool.
Oh, this is the little reamer right here. I was going to show you the reamer. This is the reamer.
I could put this in my ass.
This could go up a
nice.
butt, yeah.
This could go right up my ass.
This reamer is anus ready. That's for sure.
Anus, bro. Yeah, all right. So I'm reading this article about Jim Ross opening up he says it's smarter to leave them things while I'm alive, which I think is pretty fucking smart. Look, even though the guy suffered from skin cancer, I was watching last night's Dynamite, and like Ross he's getting even better every week. It's like taking him a long time, but like he's starting to access all parts of his training and his memory. Like it's like really fucking heartwarming to hear this old man sound exactly as good as he did in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. I think not having Vince yelling in his ear helps a lot.
Yeah.
And when I saw Jim Ross, he did his panel with Jerry Lawler, and I guess Jim Ross would never Vince would never criticize Lawler to his face. He would complain to Jim Ross about it and have Jim Ross confront Lawler about stuff.
Well,
yeah.
But wasn't Jim Ross in charge of talent at the time?
I don't know about at that time. I mean, literally on, like, if Jerry Lawler did something while they were live
Oh, God,
that
that's
Vince
the
didn't
best.
like, he would bitch to Jim Ross in his ear about it.
Well, Vince is a genius, right? He
Yeah.
knew if he used our guy JR, he could curb the conversation diplomatically.
Well, he knew Jerry Lawler would just quit. Like, he did it a couple times for, like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's move on to something else. But before we do that, let's take a look at the Streamlabs, if there were any that we haven't read.
The majority have been read out loud.
Okay.
Goose Juice corrected that they didn't put the King of Hearts down on. We got that set up. Thank you, Goose Juice. And it's showing me it all right there. So
Okay.
everything else was a 20 money or thank you guys for the donos. If you guys want to send in a dono with $20, you get to mint a card in the Billy's deck. You get to pick one of the available cards. You mint that non-fuckable token, and we will give you opportunity to win a shirt. If you donate $100 or above, like some people do, you'll automatically send you a shirt as a thank you. These are the current spaces left. Please put, like, I don't know, if you got one ace of diamonds, put that in your message when you send that $20 message, and you'll get your card minted. Suck my deck for $20 and suck a card out of it. And you might win with the NFTs, non-fuckable tokens, dude. I'm a genius.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Yeah, they're gonna touch me.
It's funny, in Seattle, we have the two top candidates for mayor are a Hispanic woman and a man that's half black and half Japanese. And they're already, the man has already called the woman a racist because of an ad that she ran about him, like basically calling him a rape apologist.
Damn.
Can we watch this ad?
I can't find the ad.
terrible.
I can't find the ad on its own, but here's a story of news talking about it.
With the election just a week from tomorrow, no doubt you're seeing all sorts of ads on your TV and in your mailbox, too.
Fox 13 political reporter Brandy Cruz is here to talk about these remaining days of the campaign.
Yeah, and there are some ads, as there often are, that are maybe putting candidates in the spotlight, not in a great way. And, you know, you get 2 weeks out from an election, and you guys know the ads ramp up. People are just sort of seeing what will stick, if you will. The ads tend to get a little nastier, especially if races are going to be close. But there have been several ads in recent weeks in local races that have been deemed racist, including in the race for Seattle mayor, where an ugly part of the city's past.
See, Billy, if you would have just ran for mayor, it wouldn't be getting this ugly.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, he's a sweet boy. They'd be like,
Yep.
he's white. They'd be
You
like,
would have
"So?
won.
Sugar's white. It's delicious.
Not all sugar's white.
Only
like
Did I
processed
just
sugar.
get canceled?
Yeah.
Did I just cancel because I left out brown sugar?
To the forefront.
Shit.
Just days out from the election, Lorena Gonzalez is defending herself against accusations of racism over this ad.
I was sexually assaulted 5 years ago. The person who attacked me was never prosecuted.
I'm from North
So it was
Seattle. I think I've seen her around. She's got a very distinctive look.
horrifying to me to hear Bruce Harrell
I
defend.
was never prosecuted for anything either, so
And-
maybe I know her. Look at this guy.
Well, hold on. Let's listen to what they say.
Oh.
Me was never prosecuted. So it was horrifying to me to hear.
So this woman has nothing to do with Bruce Harrell or the former mayor of Seattle that got in trouble for some crimes. She's just a random person who's a survivor that her attacker was never prosecuted, but somehow they're fitting her into what Bruce Harrell, who's running for mayor, said like 12, 13 years ago about the former mayor.
Ed Murray, former mayor of Seattle and actual sicko.
Bruce Harrell defend Ed Murray.
The ad references Bruce Harrell's defense of former Seattle Mayor Ed Murray, who was accused by multiple men of sexual assault dating.
He is so fucking
Are
ugly,
all the
dude.
guys behind him people who can accused him?
No, why would they be standing right behind him?
She is going to show up for work every day.
At the time, Harrell, who was then the city council president, suggested Murray should not be judged, quote, for something that happened 33 years ago or maybe didn't happen. It is that statement that Gonzalez is now attempting to use against him through the voice of a
He should
white.
not be judged for something that happened 33 years ago.
Or maybe didn't happen.
Or maybe didn't happen. I would say something that he never was convicted of, and then you could have it. But
Was he convicted?
I don't know.
Oh.
He said he. I think he might not have been convicted. I think he might have signed. I don't. It was weird. The story's disgusting. I don't want to go too far into it. I don't remember it too well. But 33 years ago, if you were inappropriate with kids, like I'm not gonna forget that. If you're my mayor,
Rapes or
like if you want go get a job at Taco Bell.
Survivor.
Bruce
Don't come
Harrell
by
has
city.
repeatedly sided with abusers. As a survivor, I could never vote for him.
But prominent members of Seattle's black community say the ad plays into racist stereotypes and gives the insinuation that Harrell is someone to be feared.
Take it down, Lorena. Your anti-blackness is showing.
I don't know. Was there anti-blackness?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like she's saying that he defended people who were bad. Like
Yeah, I just sent you guys the exact quote that Harold said. Even expanded, this quote is not great. But
do you have it in the chat?
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, hold on.
No, it's okay. It's not that much longer, but like they are. I mean, it's it probably would have been. It's like this ad, if you're just kind of watching it on TV, like in the background, like it does kind of confuse the story. Like you don't know that they're talking about Harold. And you don't know that they're talking about Ed Murray, and that Ed Murray was accused of raping men. It does mix. This ad does kind of conflate a bunch of stuff.
And this
into
woman
1
has nothing to
30-second spot.
do with it at all. She literally has nothing to do with it.
Did not ask us to judge anyone for something that happened 33 years ago or maybe didn't happen. We just don't know. And I would ask that I don't want to be judged for anything 33 years ago. And I would challenge each of you to think about where you were 33 years ago. The question is, are you doing your job today, right now?
It's like, that's not great. If a priest abused someone 50 years ago, I don't want them in the church. There's no time limit on doing something horrible to another human being. It's not like time makes you a better leader. That, look, it's one thing to be like, hey, let's wait for the facts to come in. Hey, let's wait for a judge to settle this. Let's let the accused have their day in court. It's another thing to be like, this was 33 years ago. 33 years ago, who knows what I was doing? I might have been shooting strangers out of the window of an SUV.
I want to understand how it's racist.
Damage for me cannot be undone with a simple apology. I actually think she should resign.
It was more than a dog whistle. It was blatant.
Gonzalez is not the only politician who's been accused of having a racist ad in the final stretch of the election. King County Councilwoman Kathy Lambert was condemned by prominent Democrats for this mailer, depicting her black colleague Gurmai Zahalai as a socialist puppet master. But some of the same politicos who condemned Lambert, a Republican, seem less eager to condemn Gonzalez.
Why is it racist to say someone's a puppet master? Is it racist to say someone's a puppet master?
It's racist to say someone's, sticking up for abusers too. Apparently, according to them.
Oh, this is all strange to me. I'm so confused. I should have ran for mayor because nobody would have anything bad to say about me at all.
You know, Bruce Harrell served as mayor for a very short period of time after Murray left.
He was the fill-in. He was the gap mayor.
Yeah, only for a few days, from September 13th to September 18th of 2017.
Was he appointed by Murray's team?
He was appointed by city council.
And he's a Republican?
No, he's a Democrat. There hasn't been a Republican mayor of Seattle in a very long time.
I thought Murray was Republican.
No, Murray was a Democrat.
Sicko. Yeah, it says Murray faced multiple allegations of child abuse, rape, and sexual molestation, including some from family members and children under his care. He denies the allegations, but resigned as mayor in 2017.
But yeah, and there was never like a trial or charges or anything like that, right?
I think there was some sort of documentation from 30 years ago.
Brad. State Democratic Party Chairwoman Tina Podladowski lamented that Lambert's ad was, quote, far from the first time that Republicans have used racist imagery against Democratic candidates, but asked to comment on the Gonzalez ad. The State Democratic Party told us, in part, we do not have a comment on the mayor's race. Both candidates are Democrats, and we generally stay out of local races like that.
There hasn't been a Republican mayor of Seattle since the 60s. Yeah. It's always Democrats running against Democrats.
Was
now.
he in charge of zoning the Central District?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so apparently the political party has to do with whether you speak out against something that may or may not be racist. Some breaking news to share with you. Over the weekend, Lorena Gonzalez and her campaign stood firmly behind the messaging in that ad, but now we've just learned in the last couple of minutes that they are not going to renew that ad for the final week of the campaign.
Would you have just been like, fuck it, I'm showing the ad. I don't care what you say.
I would have done a better ad.
Okay.
Yeah, exists. A less confusing ad.
I'd have been like, yeah. I'd have been like, hi, I'm random girl who was assaulted. You know what? I'm voting for this woman because she's also a random woman and she hasn't been assaulted. I would be positive driven.
There was a mayor of Seattle in the late 1800s that looked like Mark Twain.
Dude, everybody looked like Mark Twain in the late 1800s.
That's true. That was a very popular
That looks
look.
just like fucking Mark
He
Twain.
does look just like Mark Twain.
What the
actually.
hell? Thomas Humes.
His pseudonym was Longhorn.
I mean, like, you gotta, it's like, say, like, here's what you need for an ad. Like, Bruce Harrell defended Ed Murray. Show the clip of Bruce Harrell saying something defending Ed Murray. Or, if one of Ed Murray's victims feels like speaking on the record, have them talk. But, like, this is too many jumps.
It is.
You shouldn't have to make me work this hard to understand what's in a political ad. Because a good political ad should just be like a good wrestling promo. Just be like, this guy sucks. This guy's shitty. I'm cool. They're bad. And on November 2nd, I'll see you in the ring. Like, that's what we want.
Yeah, it should be like a woman in a truck saying, I have big tits. I love Donald Trump. Vote for me. Or a guy be like, I have a big old swinging dick and an eye patch. I like Donald Trump. Vote for me. Not this, he defended Ed Murray, who's a known sicko, and this poor woman was abused, and she's going to talk about it, having nothing to do with any of this. And we're like, oh, fuck, I don't know who to feel bad for now. I'm confused. I hate my life. Thank you, Seattle. I'm going to go, I'm going to run. I'm just saying, I have a big fat gut and I love Trump. And they'll vote for me now because I'm not stupid.
Trumpster Bob is off YouTube for now.
Why?
What happened?
His channel got terminated.
I wonder what he did. R.I.P. and peace, Trumpster Bob's channel. You were just a guy who had a kick-ass Duck Dynasty Osama bin Laden beard, and all you ever really did was love Trump. Vote for you, Trumpster Bob. Vote for you.
Yeah,
he was just saying all the things racist people were thinking. He was just saying that's it.
I'm just saying all the things that racist people were thinking, but were too smart to say themselves.
Here's an old picture of Bob when he was a little chunkier and didn't have a whoa.
Stop that like button. Asterios, I just started listening to the loudest podcast. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Hey, we're at 420, by the way. We 50% of the way to the goal. That's old Trumpster Bob there?
That's young Trumpster Bob, but he's got a fat neck. It looks like he lost some weight.
I love that he does have a bitch chin.
That's why you know what? That's why he has the beard. Because, like, otherwise, look at he does have a bitch chin. Jesus Christ. It's just like his neck is just more head. He looks like an Easter Island statue.
Looks like
with
a
pedo stash.
Someone says looks like a 1970s serial killer. I don't know. I thought it was Bob without a beard, like an old picture of him, but maybe it is something else. And this person just sucks.
I think he just looks like a serial killer.
What? They stepped on his nuts. This channel does not exist.
That's sad.
All right, let's. This is. Where is it? Oh man, I thought I had it. Hold on. I had his last video that he shot.
Yes,
I'm trying to find it.
I was just thinking. I want to see because maybe we as YouTube detectives can figure out what the final nail in that coffin was.
Oh my
Let's
God.
dissect it like the Zapruder film.
I'm the guy that can walk straight into the drug
This guy
house.
looks terrible. He looks like a butt plug. Ban him. He looks like a butt plug with a Brillo pad on it. Get this guy off YouTube.
Not literally a drug house, but I'm just giving you an example, okay?
Give us the example.
I
Bob.
would be the guy who could walk straight in some cases I could. I could walk straight into the drug house, not buy any drugs, shake hands with the main man. He says, "What'd you come here for today, Bob? You gonna buy some? You need a bag of marijuana? I got you, but I got you, bro. I'll give you half for free, but two for one deal.
I'll give you half for
I
free,
like you,
Bob.
Bob.
Could you
You're
imagine
the
being
man.
the type of guy that could walk into a drug house and get a 2-for-1 deal on weed? What a good life he lives.
And Bob, and I say, nah, I don't need your stuff, bro. I just come to shake your hand, give you a bro mono hug, like tap shoulders. I just wanted to see you to make sure you was okay, bro. Okay? I'll catch you next week or maybe next month, whenever I'm in town. I'll walk right back out of there. I don't even got to ask for permission to enter the house or leave the fucking house.
Can you pause this for a second? Is he bragging about like the ability to see his friend and say hello? Like what is he bragging about? Like this is.
I think he's bragging about being able to walk into a drug house. He just
and waste their time because he's not there to get drugs. He's just there to be like, hey man.
Well, he's there to get a 2-for-1 deal on weed.
He's there to get one offered to him
and then turn it down.
To not accept the deal.
Yeah.
He's that type of guy though that could just walk into the drug house and turn down awesome 2-for-1 deals. You know how many Denny's I've walked into, and they offer me a 2-for-1 meal deal. I couldn't turn that down. I'm walking out with 2 meals. Moons over my hammy and a goddamn pancake stacker.
That guy.
You're a much savvier shopper than Bob. Wait, what was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
So that's why he got shut down.
That's why he got banned.
Because YouTube said to themselves that this fucking guy has too much power.
Yes.
He walks into the drug house, gets offered 2-for-1 deals on weed, and turns them down. We can't give him a platform. Goodbye, Bobby Lee Jones. Goodbye, Alex Jones. Goodbye, Nick Fuentes.
Their whole thing is like serving ads, consumerism. Like money is the lure that keeps people like us on YouTube. And clearly money has no hold over this man because he's turning down incredible deals on a great product, marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get rid of him. His free-thinking attitude might spread to other content creators. What if they just start doing it for the love? We can't monetize that.
No.
Do you remember coupons? They used to be like the coupon's value is 1/20th of a cent.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were able to collect 1,000 coupons, right?
Yeah.
And that'd be what? That'd be like $1 or something?
Get like $1.
You get $1, 1/20th of a
Maybe.
cent. So 20 coupons would be a penny.
Yeah.
2,000 coupons would be $1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
You know, I bet they do. Not a lot has changed in coupons. I'm telling you that right now. Today's coupon and yesterday, and like the coupons that we grew up with in the Sunday paper, very similar coupons.
So, that was probably like a law. They had to have some sort of value, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that
Yes,
law has been
exactly.
overturned yet, like every other law that was holding corporate interests in check. I wonder if the coupon law has been overturned.
Yeah, maybe it was the kind of thing where it was like, you can't, like, or if I get the coupon, then and I give it to you, maybe there had to be like some sort of like value exchange, you know, like, well, this
Yeah.
coupon's worth a 20th of a cent, and therefore you get 30 cents off of your eggs, and now it's like on paper or something. I don't know. Why did they do that? I can't figure it out. Can you think of why those things were worth the 20th of a cent? Why?
I'm looking it up. It says, since many coupons are designed for national distribution, though the redemption value ends up printed on all of them, as with the old trade stamps, it doesn't really matter how infinitesimal the stated value is as long as it's not zero. Thus, you see coupons that are worth 1/10, 1/20th, and 1/1000th of a cent. But why are they worth that?
Why could it not be worth zero? Why?
The next time a coupon shows up in your mail, take a look at the fine print. There's a pretty good chance it will read something to the effect of cash value 1/100th of a cent. Why in the world is that writing on there? And are 10,000 copies of this coupon really worth a whole $1? Let's take a look at this coupon quirk. Putting a stamp on customer loyalty. Before we can answer the coupon value question, we need to take a peek into a seemingly unrelated footnote in the history of commerce. Let's talk about the mostly forgotten practice of businesses handing out trading stamps with purchases. Is that
Green stamps, greenies, yes.
Are those greenies? Is that what a proof of purchase is or no?
There used to be a thing where when you go to the grocery store, if you bought like $10 worth of groceries, they'd give you like $10 worth of little stamps. And you'd keep all the stamps, and then later you could trade those stamps in for a ham or something at Thanksgiving or whatever.
Oh, wow. So it's saying trading stamps first found their way into merchants' registers in the 1890s. When customers made a purchase, stores would give them stamps that reflected how much they had spent. A common exchange rate was 1 stamp for every dime spent on merchandise. Once a customer had saved up enough stamps, often over 1,000, they could swap them for something from the stamp company's catalog, like a toaster or a clock. Marlboro had this Marlboro thing going for a long time. They used trading stamps back in the day. Do they not do that anymore?
Well, now it's Marlboro Miles. And actually, I think Marlboro Miles might be illegal because they're too based for our laws. The idea of getting one of those fireproof sleeping bags just didn't sit well with Johnny Law.
Yeah, John Law couldn't handle that.
Oh, all right, keep going. Sorry.
So it's saying the trading stamps were a runaway success. Supermarkets, gas stations, and department stores would advertise they gave away a certain brand of stamps to help lure customers in, and the customers could then lick and paste their saved stamps to get free merchandise. Everyone was happy, and the system flourished. At one point in the 1960s, S&H Green Stamps printed more stamps each year than the Postal Service did. The circulation of the company's catalog topped 30 million. The big stamp makers like S&H even built brick-and-mortar redemption center stores around the country.
Damn.
Wow. This is like the
those
equivalent.
are the green stamps, the greenies.
Yeah, the greenies. This is like the equivalent of Amazon building their brick-and-mortar hot stores.
They're Rick and Morty stores.
They're brick and mortar stores. As any economist worth his cost function can tell you, though, the toasters and vacuum cleaners that customers got weren't free at all. Merchants had to pay for the stamps they gave away, and the cost of the stamp obviously got passed along to the customer in the form of higher prices. Oh, damn. Even in the early days, it didn't take long for customers to figure out the system wasn't quite as rosy as merchants made it out to be. By 1904, New York had the Green Stamp War. The Green Stamp War New York had enacted laws that forced stamp makers to put a cash value on each stamp that would enable consumers to bypass catalog redemptions and get money back for their stamps. Other states followed suit. As one might guess, the individual stamps didn't get princely face values. A 1904 New York Times piece noted that most stamp makers were given the value of 1 mil or 1/10 of a cent. That valuation meant that a customer with a full book of 1,000 stamps could redeem it for $1. The same piece noted, though, that a customer who used the stamp maker's catalog could probably get an item worth $3 or $4 for the same number of stamps. So the cash redemption idea never really took off with most shoppers. What happened to trading stamps? Their popularity peaked in the 1960s when nearly 80% of American households saved stamps, but within a decade, the craze had died. Manufacturer coupons that shaved money off of items' prices became more popular as inducements to get shoppers into stores, and the fuel crisis of the early 1970s sapped away the stamps' large market at gas stations. So what does all this have to do with coupons? Finally getting there. At first glance, coupons and trade stamps wouldn't seem to have all that much in common. After all, coupons lower the price of an item, while the beef with trade stamps was that they passed a hidden and often unwanted cost along to consumers. But states...
What's that fun? Look, just real quick, can we no one is collecting these stamps because they think that this is what a super valuable toaster. Oh, I'm really getting one over on big toaster. I got a friend. It's just a fun little thing. You collect the stamp. Look, when I go to McDonald's during McDonald's Monopoly, I don't think I'm going to win $1 million.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
It's just fun, for Christ's sake. We gotta outlaw fun.
Yeah, we're gonna outlaw fun. How are we gonna outlaw fun? It's non-funnable. It's so funnable.
If this man wants to pretend to be a dommy daddy, let him pretend.
I'm not pretending.
It's not hurting anyone.
I'm a sweet boy.
Yeah, until those lights go off and then your dom side comes out.
For one, the lights don't go off. You're gonna look at
my God, what?
You're gonna look at every gross crevice on my body, stare into it like Hypnotoad. It says, but some states legally lump trade stamps and coupons in together, so coupons distributed in these states have to bear some printed cash redemption value. So that's why coupons have cash redemption value, because of the fucking greenies. In some states were like, yo, you can't have greenies without some cash value, and they did the same thing with stamps. This is like how pro wrestling got lumped in with boxing commissions. And because pro wrestling was fake, we're like, we're going to charge you for sporting competitions for boxing. We're going to tax that out the ass. We're also going to do the same for pro wrestling.
Yeah, and that's why Vince went on TV and he was like, "This is predetermined. It's just entertainment, bro. It's scripted. Or parts of this are scripted. It's like, what's worth more to you, keeping kayfabe or keeping your tax money?"
Yeah. And it says you can round up 20 coupons and get a penny, in theory. It's hard to find reliable, concrete examples of someone schlepping in 100 coupons to swap them out for a penny, but the web is full of anecdotes in which people test the fine print by trading in a giant stack of coupons for their face value at the supermarket. In all likelihood, though, you'd need to mail the coupons to the issuing company, which is a pretty lousy financial proposition given the price of stamps.
Yeah, I mean, look, it shouldn't be on the grocery store. It's like if Duncan Hines made these coupons, I want my $1 from Duncan Hines. Yeah, okay, that's pretty fucking smart that, like, New York was like, we're going to pass a law saying that these stamps have to have a value. And they're like, but you didn't say what the value was, motherfuckers. A tenth of a penny. Here we come. And by the way, a tenth of a penny back then was probably something. 10 of these stamps, get a penny, buy a piece of candy. That's fine.
Yeah, now you could put a tenth of a $20 bill on the fucking coupon, and people are like, I don't care about $1.
Did you know that Rick Santorum was working for Titan Sports around the time of them admitting, like, getting out of the whole athletic commission?
I think I did know that. I knew he had ties. Linda McMahon's campaign. I think he backed her, and I read that he had ties to them.
Yes.
When the GOP candidate complains about the titillation of beefy men body slamming each other, he's describing a spectacle he helped create.
Yep, it's interesting.
Does that title really say hate pro wrestling, blame Rick Santorum?
Yeah.
That's a stupid title.
It is.
Hate pro wrestling, blame Rick Santorum. No, like blame your inability to get pro wrestling. If you don't like pro wrestling, blame yourself.
Blame yourself.
If you don't like something, don't blame the people who create it. I don't like.
He didn't even create it.
I
He was
don't
just
like
their lawyer.
kimchi. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he's even so further against it. Like he's just loosely affiliated.
Yeah.
I don't like blueberries. I blame God.
Don't
blame God for your hatred of blueberries.
So
blame yourself.
You know how the Pope of the church, right, of the Catholic Church, he's one of the more progressive popes they've ever had.
I like to call him prog rock Pope.
And here's Spexo coping with the Pope.
What I want to talk about is the Pope, Pope Francis, our Holy Father, and he says a lot of horrible, cringe stuff. And every time he says something cringe, it's on the news everywhere, and all of these people, mostly Protestants and other anti-Catholic people, are using it to say, "Oh, the Catholic Church sucks, and this is why you can't be Catholic. It's promoting global homo and blah blah blah." All the common nonsense arguments that I'll refute in a second, but every time this happens, it makes me like
It's not a
realize
Keemstar beard.
how
Keemstar's
much
beard's
easier
better kept than this one.
and better life must have been as
This is literally a Trumpster Bob beard that hasn't gone gray yet.
peasant in like the 1100s, where you just had no idea about anything going on with.
This isn't true. He's like, oh, back in the day, you didn't even know what was going on, especially with the Pope. No. I mean, the Pope was like literally deciding borders between countries. You knew what the Pope wanted because that was in many places the law of the land in the 1100s.
The Pope or anything like that, you were just like
But
on
you
your
didn't
farm.
really know what the Pope wanted if all the rumors of the Catholic Church and their debauchery are true. You knew what the Pope wanted you to know.
Tending to your land and your crops and taking care of your family and just going to church and listening to what the priest said, and that was it. Now it's like we're so oversaturated with information that every little thing that the Pope says or something that happens in the Vatican or some cringe priest says is just pushed all over the news, and it's used to perpetuate anti-Catholic bias. And also, don't get me wrong,
they are Catholicism.
A lot of times when the Pope says something and it's reported, it's like either a mistranslation or the people who are reporting it are taking things that he says out of context in order to promote their own agenda or whatever. But that being said, the Pope does say a lot.
So which parts are out of context?
A lot of horrible, cringe things.
He's like poor translation. It's like people know how to translate Spanish to English. It's not that hard. So, no, there's no mistranslations.
And ambiguous things, which I'll get to more in a later, which is the really...
His native language was Spanish. I don't know if he speaks Italian when he's in Italy or what. But
really bad thing about him. But...
He probably has a working knowledge of Latin, too, at that level.
Regardless, people are using these things that the Pope says or that priests say or whatever as a reason to be against Catholicism. And they like to throw in like papal infallibility in.
Yeah, things that priests say that are fucked up are a good reason to be against Catholicism.
Catholics' faces, like saying like, oh, how could you believe in the Pope when he says all this stupid stuff? How do you believe in papal infallibility? What do you think, he's right about everything, blah blah blah? And it just comes from either bad faith actors who are just trying to use anything to...
That's literally what Catholics believe. That's what the Pope is all about.
Make Catholics look bad or to push people away from Catholicism, or it's from people who, most people, including some Catholics, who just have a total misunderstanding of what papal infallibility is.
Says the person who's been Catholic for like a year.
How the Catholic Church works. So I'm going to try to show you how you cope with the Pope, how you do some co-poping. The fundamental misunderstanding
Pope coping
seems to come from what papal infallibility is. People think that no matter what the Pope says, that means that it can't be wrong. He's completely infallible no matter what he says, and that is not.
When it comes to the choices he makes for the church, yes, he's infallible. He's the successor to Jesus Christ, according to Catholicism.
What papal infallibility?
There's not a lot of wiggle room with the word infallible.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, when we say infallible, we don't mean he can't foul. Like, obviously, there's going to be some fouling in your infallibility. See, the motherfucker's infallible. Just own it. Be like, this guy rules. He's got a cool hat and a big dick.
The doctrine of infallibility relies on one of the cornerstones of Catholic dogma, that of papal supremacy.
Yep.
And his authority is the ruling agent who decides what are accepted as formal beliefs in the Roman Catholic Church. The use of this power is referred to as speaking ex cathedra. Any doctrine of faith or morals issued by the Pope in his capacity as successor to St. Peter, speaking as pastor and teacher of the Universal Church from the seat of his episcopal authority in Rome and meant to be believed by the Universal Church, has the special status of an ex cathedra statement.
Yeah, and the next pope can undo everything the previous pope did, and it's still infallible. Like, it's,
we're just waiting for woke pope to die, so based pope comes in. When based pope comes in, is like stomp him.
They already
stomp him.
They already had a Hitler Youth pope, Pope Benedict, and he retired. Most people stay as pope until they die. Pope Benedict's still alive. He quit. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
He was like, "Oh, we're gonna go into social wars." Well, I'm not prepared to fight a social war. It's hard enough making Catholicism cool. I'm going to have to make Nazism cool, too.
He was Cardinal
I stepped down.
He was Cardinal Ratzinger, and he was a Hitler Youth as a kid. I mean, he was a kid.
Everybody as a kid was a Hitler Youth.
I mean, in Nazi Germany.
I mean, everybody
like
everywhere.
Literally in Nazi
Britney
Germany.
Spears, I'm pretty sure, was Hitler Youth. Every kid has to go through that stage in their life.
Is whatsoever.
Okay.
First of all, the point of papal
Maybe that's not
infallibility
true.
was that the Pope cannot lead the church or bind the church to any error regarding dogma. That was the point of defining papal infallibility in the First Vatican Council, was to say that God would never allow the dogma of the Catholic Church to ever be in error. Second of all, three things need to happen in order for papal infallibility to be invoked. Firstly, the Pope needs to be speaking ex cathedra, meaning he's speaking from the See of Peter. Two,
he could just say, "I'm speaking from the See of Peter," which sounds really gross, by the way.
He needs to be
If I'm in a Sea of Peter, speaking is the last thing I'll be doing.
They call it they call the Vatican City the Holy See. It's spelled S-E-E. And they believe that the remains of St. Peter are buried, or not buried, but like in the catacombs under St. Peter's Basilica. So, and that's where the Pope lives, is like right near there. So, yeah, the Pope can literally just say, "Oh, I decree this." And that's what you believe as a Catholic.
Authoritatively on a manner of faith and morals.
It's just this guy's a white nationalist and he has to reconcile, because that's like the religion du jour of white nationalists.
Oh, they like the Catholicism.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason they're adopting Catholicism late in life. They weren't indoctrinated by it. Whenever anybody picks up a religion late in life,
they get crazy about it.
I'm concerned for them.
You should be.
And three, he needs to be speaking with,
like Doug,
the intention of binding what he's saying to the entire church. That's the criteria for papal infallibility to be invoked. What that means is that when the Pope says anything as an individual, or gives any type of political statement or personal opinion on anything, that is not infallible. That can be criticized, that can be disagreed with.
The Pope could literally make that a rule, though. He could say that he's being inspired by, by his Pope infallibility, for lack of a better term. He could just say
this guy could go to the See of Peter and be like, everything I say from now on is from the See of Peter. And also, everything I've ever said and everything any pope has ever said, boom, everything's about. By the way, what the fuck? Our problem with the Catholic Church isn't the infallibility thing. It's the covering up child molesting thing. Like, this guy's spending a lot of time talking about the infallibility, something that I don't think anyone has talked about since John F. Kennedy was fucking president.
I brought it up because I was raised Catholic, and we watch a lot of these videos with him and Fuentes, and they're both Catholic. And I do wonder how they reconcile that with the Pope, which is funny that he made this video recently. But it's he's talked about the child molester stuff before, and he says that's just it's just exaggerated.
Oh,
No, it's
my God.
It's definitely not.
I know it's not.
exaggerated.
I know it's not.
It's disgusting how deep the records, their own records of the atrocities they've helped cover up. Their own damn records are disgusting. Like, you know how many things I've covered up in my life? I keep records as well. But it's like a box full of teeth I hide in my furnace, you know?
Right.
It's not some listed out web of where I move these touchy-feely McPriests to different areas to continue touching McFeelies and then relocate them again. It's like a worldwide wet, you know? It's a hidden little box I keep in my radiator, you know, full of teeth and other little pieces of evidence. It's not all
Can we call them what they are? They're trophies.
They're my trophies.
They're trophies of your victories over other people.
Victories.
And does like touching them get you excited? Yeah.
Yes.
Sexually, of course.
Yes.
But like it's very different than what they're doing.
Yes.
What they're doing is worse.
Yeah, they're terrible.
No requirement as Catholics to agree with every personal opinion that the Pope has. Popes are still men. They're still capable of sin, and they could be poor personal theologians. They could have horrible opinions. They could be...
Dusty's chirping is so cheerful.
I know.
Incorrect on everything. Papal infallibility just means that it's never going to bind an incorrect dogma to the Catholic Church as a whole. And people will say like, oh, well, he's the Pope. He's supposed to be holy and he's supposed to stick to the Catholic faith and blah, blah. Of course, that's what we would hope. That would be awesome if the Pope was, you know, actually trying to maintain tradition and support traditionalists and, you know, not say ambiguous or cringe things. But saying that
This sounds like a lot of mental gymnastics so you can keep saying you're Catholic like your buddy Nick Fuentes, but then still disagree with the tenets of the religion itself.
Right, like being kind to your neighbor. Or, I mean, in the case of the Pope, like getting vaccinated. Like, the Pope went out there and he got vaccinated and he's telling everybody to get vaccinated. So, like, you got to find some sort of hand wave that still lets you be a crazy anti-vaxxer, but still say you're a Catholic so you can earn those Catholic trad points on poll.
Yep.
And I'm like, religious people do mental gymnastics all the time to justify their beliefs, right? Like it's a thing that they
He's
have
doing
to do.
it opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of all the old moms who had to do mental gymnastics to like believe the church over their children when their children are saying something wrong was going on. Like that's cold right there.
I mean,
And this guy's like, well, you know, the other way around.
There's even stuff less serious than that, like Catholic Church against divorce, Catholic Church against birth control. There's so much of that's had to go on because I've definitely known Catholic people that have gotten divorced and used birth control. So
can't because he's the Pope.
But then he'd say they're not real Catholics. He'd use no true Scotsman fallacy on that. But then when it comes to him and his weird beliefs about how, not everything the Pope says is infallible, okay?
The best birth control is oral cream pies.
The stuff I don't agree with, that the Pope says, that's not the infallible part, okay?
It's actually part of the Donatist heresy. Part of the Donatist heresy was that, like, bishops, and the Pope is the bishop of bishops, right? That bishops can't, be apostates or say anything that is wrong or incorrect or, go against the traditions of the Catholic faith or anything like that. And if they did that, if they said anything, then they would no longer be bishops. They would become heretics or whatever, and therefore their ordination as bishops would then be invalid. That was part of the Donatist heresy. And
what would my infallibility be called?
This guy is not paying attention to driving at all. It's weird.
That was stomped out. That was determined that no, that's not true. The bishops are still men. They still can sin. They still can make mistakes. They still can be evil people.
These are bishops,
but that
not the
doesn't
Pope.
negate the fact that they still are bishops. And what's real quick, not to bash Orthodox too bad, is that I see a lot of Orthodox people use this type of argument against the Pope, but then at the same time they'll criticize Bartholomew for him trying to, like, I guess they accuse him of ecumenism and stuff, but they basically...
Can you pause this for a second?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy hanging out with that's going this deep on Bartholomew?
I know, right? But these same people who want to make the Pope some supreme leader, they don't have the same energy when they criticize Bartholomew.
What the fuck, guy?
I'm just saying, if you're going to, believe the Pope word for word, you should do the same for Bartholomew.
Us for having a Pope that we may disagree with on certain things, but then they lob the same critiques at Bartholomew. But the point is, when the Pope or any priest or bishop is shilling stupid things like climate change or the vaccine or anything like that.
See there, yep. You see, I literally just called it with the vaccine.
Yeah.
He just spent 5 minutes building like the world's most elaborate hand wave.
You know why I think these people are anti-mask? Because the mask bunches up around their jawline. They normally hide behind their fluffy beards, and it shows their weak chin. When the mask snaps beneath their weak chin, it shows their terrible chin line. That's why they're anti-mask. They have beta bitch chins, and the masks show that off. Then their dumbass beards they grew fluff out of the bottom like it's you ever stub your toe?
They have BBCs?
Explain.
Beta bitch chins?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about big black cocks.
Well, of course you would think that.
Of course I would.
That's always on your
Or
mind.
a British Broadcasting Company. I wasn't sure which BBC you were talking about.
I don't know.
Big black clock.
You had just said
clock
they
is
had-
number one. A British Broadcasting Company is number 2, and then Beta Bitch Chin is now number 3.
Why
because
is that
of
one number 1?
What? In my mind is what I'm saying when I think of BBC.
I mean, it's the most popular. It's very popular. You have to admit.
Yeah.
It's a highly searched for term.
Does not mean that we
and porn pretty much runs the world.
are like obligated
If
to
you look
agree
at
with
the
them
history of
or to,
technological
go through
advancements,
with things
the
that they
majority of them
tell
are
us that
driven
we
by
should go
sex
through
and
with.
pornography.
If it's going against our moral consciousness following traditional Catholicism. Catholicism is true and infallible. The Bible and Magisterium, those are infallible, but men are still fallible. The only time, like I said, that papal infallibility is a thing is when it meets those 3 criterias that I just mentioned. Saint Chrysostom said that the roads of hell are paved.
Saint Chris Crostom said, jump, jump, the
Jump,
Mac
jump.
Deity make you jump.
Saint Colostrum?
With the skulls of bishops, meaning that bishops still go to hell. Bishops are still sinners, and you would expect them to be more holy and more knowledgeable and correct, being that they have the vocation of holy orders, but that's not necessarily the case. The actions of bad popes and bad priests, bad clergy, does not negate the truth of Catholicism. And this guy in my Catholic Telegram group chat, Frederick...
The worst! Can you go back to planning insurrections, please?
And this guy...
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
And this guy in my Catholic Telegram youth chat...
has been called by Catholic consigliere. He basically said that being against the papacy because of bad popes is equivalent to being against fatherhood because of bad fathers. But why would God allow a bad pope to be pope? That's obviously a mystery to us. I mean, we could speculate. I think it's because every time there's been bad popes, and there's been a lot of bad popes, every time there's been a bad pope, usually afterwards there comes a time of restoration and a reinvigoration of faith. And people think that Pope Francis is like the worst pope ever. And I mean, I would say that he might be one of the worst popes ever, but it's not because of any like actual sins that he's committing, I guess you could say. Or I mean, I guess you could argue that he does commit sins by what he does. But I mean,
Listen to all this.
In terms of like...
All right, quick reminder for everyone. We're trying to reach our goal. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. Asterios, normally on the Saturday shows, we end up running late. So if you end up having to go, let us know. It's cool, but we're probably going to end up going on longer than usual on a Thursday to try and meet this goal. We have a game that we're playing. We'll continue the program in just a minute here, but we got to remind people, and Billy will show you the game yet again. It will take place at the end of this episode, too, by the way.
He's so proud of it.
For $20, you can suck my deck. Every $20 donation, pick out one of the available spots. We have every diamond and club still available. The hearts and the spades have been picked up. Pick a card in your $20 dono. Will be read out loud. The card name will be minted with your name on it. Look at this one saying Lord Magicus. If you end up doing 5 of these and spend $100, we'll give you a shirt for free. The winner's going to get a personally designed T-shirt. Last week we did this, and the shirt was based off of the last week's episode. Who knows what the design will be this week? It will be funny. It'll be cute. It will be, a rare minting.
Yeah, and we'll show it to you here so you can see. This isn't the one that you're up for winning this week, but last week this is what the winners got.
They got this shirt here.
I'll be placing the orders for these this weekend, so they usually take about 1 to 2 weeks to arrive.
Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, if you guys want to throw us a 20 with a little thing, if you just want to throw a couple bucks our way to help get this goal up, Tip Train's open. I'm filming my movie this weekend, and I'm filming my movie next weekend too. So it's going to be a weird schedule.
Yeah, we're going to be streaming on Mondays.
A weird schedule.
We don't normally stream on Thursday, so we could use your help. It helps keep the show going, and also, I mean, this week will solidify the 3-year anniversary of creating the goal and keeping the streak going. So,
nice.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So we're more than halfway there. There's no way we can't do it with your help. So let's make it happen. Send us a $20 dono and a card.
Mint one of your non-fuckable tokens right here. Get your name on the card. At the end, I'll pick a winner out. Last week we gave out 5 of them because we went $100 over the goal. That let us pick a second winner, and then 3 people donated $100 and just secured their shirt. Thank you guys for the love and support. It's much appreciated. I'm gonna do what I like to call a bio break.
A bio break.
You know what I realized? People who are in the trans community refer to women as bio holes.
What?
Yeah, they call them bio holes. I was like, that is awesome. I want to start calling women bio holes. That's funny to me.
Go do your thing.
I could never be a TERF. I could never be a TERF. I love calling women bio holes.
I don't think he made it clear enough what he likes to refer to them as. Not sure.
Also, I don't know that all trans people call women bio holes.
No.
That might just be one person,
right,
Billy,
right,
saw online.
Exactly. No. That's literally almost every time. But I do not raise an objection because then we'll get into like a half-hour long argument about nothing. And then by the end of the argument, we're not even talking about the same thing anymore.
No. If you bring that up, then Billy will quintuple down.
Yes.
Like doubling down. I don't think he's doubled down on something in like 2 decades. He will just go all in. He will start a political party called the Biohole Party.
Right.
He will tattoo the word biohole on his bicep. It's absolutely not worth it.
Right.
But now that he's taking a bio
the bio break with his bio hole.
With his bio.
Word on the street is that people refer to Billy's asshole as his bio hole.
That's the exact. That's just what people are doing it.
I saw someone do it.
A lot of people are saying this.
Lots of them.
Oh my goodness! Wait, so what the hell movie is he doing? I didn't know about this.
Oh, he's been filming this movie for like 3 or 4 years now, and he's had like weight fluctuations that are going to make the continuity of this movie a nightmare.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah, he even said like he's in like one scene he's gonna be all fat and then thin in the next one and then fat again in the next scene.
If he just has a piece of dialogue where he's just like, I get very easily bloated and very heavily bloated. Like just before any scene where he's fat, he should just be like, sorry, I just ate a cheese omelet. Anyway.
Oh no, my peanut allergy.
Yes, exactly. That's what this motherfucker should do. All right. Well, look, honestly, I'm glad to hear that you guys do so many goddamn shows. I always like to hear when you take a little break or like you get a week off or a weekend off. It's just like so much of your lives is in front of the camera. Like, I wonder if people even realize how hard you guys work sometimes.
You know, it's a fun job, definitely, but it does like almost never end.
Yes. I mean, that's the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think sometimes people take for granted because they're like, oh, I like to listen to the Drunken Peasants while I'm playing video games. Like, oh, I like to listen to the Drunken Peasants while like I cook my dinner. And it's like, these motherfuckers are going hard in front of these cameras. Like, and like, besides Drunken Peasants, like, you also have your own shows.
Yeah.
I remember before the pandemic, Billy would do that thing where he would just videotape himself falling into piles of garbage or hitting on random strangers on couches.
Oh,
They were hitting on me.
He ate used.
I agree.
He ate used gum off the famous Seattle gum wall.
What?
He just pulled a piece of gum off the wall and chewed it up. And one of those Korean girls asked you a question, and we didn't really understand what she meant at the time. She was, I can't remember the word she said. It's like a normal word, but she asked you something, and we took the word at face value, but it's actually the name of an IRL streaming site in Korea.
Oh, really?
Yes. Let me see what it was called.
Looking back on my IRL streaming, I did a lot of things that were not within COVID protocols.
Yeah, like the time you body slammed yourself into a pile of garbage.
Yeah, and I picked up a wig out of a nasty, stinky mud puddle and put it around and asked people if I stunk. I was like, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a personal question? They're like, what's that? I was like, do I stink? Do I stink? It was fun.
I remember the wig thing.
I'm pretty sure I was manic.
Well, better to be manic than depressive. But look, come on. What are you going to do? Not eat that gum off the wall?
Exactly.
And suffer through 5 seconds of dead air on your live stream? Absolutely not.
Exactly. I got $100 dono. I had to represent.
I got to eat the gum.
I had to give one for the Chew Crew.
Let's I'll show it to you really quick so you can see him.
Yes.
You
train.
Dusty's trying to chew gum off that cage.
There's
that was a fan of the show who just happened to be like a
dressed
Bizarro
just like,
Ben.
Yeah. And there's me. We're standing next to each other.
Yeah, I'm not eating gum off his gum wall for anything less than like. They do periodically.
I just think about how much.
How big of a dono would it need to be to eat a piece of gum off the gum wall? For you, like obviously you're not going to do it, but what's the number you would ask for? $30,000. 30 grand?
Oh, here comes the Korean girls.
Yeah.
Do it for 1,000?
The person that chewed that gum could have had like that.
They could have, yeah.
I said it. Someone who chewed the gum. They could have had hepatitis.
They could have.
Does gum sterilize?
Anyone
No.
can have
Gum-
anything.
Like, will the air?
Does gum sterilize? He's asking a chat full of fucking strangers. Does gum sterilize? Like, what does that even mean?
They're my counsel.
What does that mean? Does gum sterilize?
Does it
You're
sterilize?
creating something totally like out of fiction.
Does gum sterilize?
What
does that
gum
mean?
But that's the thing.
How does
It's
it
like,
sterilize, and what is sterilizing?
Magnets, how do they work?
You got to think about gum where it's like, does it have the adhesion that germs require?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Could bacteria grow in gum? And the answer, of course, to both is yes. But, like, you need to pose the question.
I had to ask
sterilize
him.
the gum if it sits out long enough?
Yeah, does the air sterilize the gum if the gum sits out long enough?
When does that ever
He's
happen?
just
with
asking questions. He's just asking questions.
Yeah. I'm just
What are the options
consulting
if I do
my
gum off
chat.
of it?
I looked for them for everything.
It's gross.
I was their avatar in a harsh world.
It could be fine. It could be fine, or I could get like some sort of disease.
It's true.
This was November of 2019,
I
wasn't
think it was early December.
Okay.
I think it was literally like a week or two before Wuhan
I don't want that part.
happened.
Someone says $100. Someone says $100 dono.
$100 donation, you get a piece of gum.
Give him the
Why
money.
am I sticky? Said they
People
lick
of
the
the
wall for
past.
100. Okay, why am I sticky? If you lick the wall for 100, I would chew.
This is Sticky, naked on an airplane person giving you advice.
Yeah,
just pointing that out.
Sticky gum for one $100 dono. It's one, but it's all in one lump sum. It's got to be $100, no less. Okay, I'm not. It's got to be one sum at once.
One lump sum.
I
No
will do
payments
that
over
for
20 years.
one
Exactly.
$100 dono. I could get herpes. I could get something really gross, and I don't want that.
I don't want herpes.
I don't want that, but I'll do it for one $100 dono, and that's it. And that's only as long as we're here at the wall. I get to pick what piece of gum.
I'm not gonna leave and
I get
come
to pick
back to
the
the
most
wall later.
cleanest looking,
No, of
happiest
course
piece
not.
off the wall I can
Yeah, I'm
find.
not-
What,
I'm
like
not
an
sick.
idiot?
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm not sick. And so those girls walked by and
They come back.
Yeah, they came back because they ended up
I'm not
picking the
gonna
gum
just
out.
Here they
for
are.
me.
Any piece
She
of
wants
gum.
to be on camera.
No.
She's having a good time. She's part of the show now.
Because somebody put that gum on the wall to like be there forever, right?
Someone's photobombed.
Josh DeFord says deal. Dude, Josh, if you do, oh God, I hope not. How you doing? Right now we have 220 people watching. 222.
Two.
Are you,
She's like, that's not enough. I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
Awesome. Oh no.
Pussy. Her face was like,
Off the wall. Somebody just donated $100. I have to. Will you pick a piece of gum on the wall for me to see?
Yes!
Will you pick it? But
Will you pick a piece of gum? This is great.
What looks like a good one to eat on the wall here?
at first I think these girls don't like me because they pick what looks like Jabba the Hutt's excrement.
Yes.
It's the grossest piece on the wall.
Oh God.
But then I kind of like bully her out of it.
Bully her out of it.
Oh, this one?
Look at that nastiness.
That one looks so gross. Oh my God, hold on. I have to flip this around. This one right here.
Yeah, she picked
that green.
Come on.
She picked
He's
the
a human
necrotic.
being.
Yeah, the necrotic booger slug. She's like, eat the necrotic booger slug. I'm like, no.
It looks okay. I'm not.
I was gonna
doing
do
that.
it, though.
You hate me. Do you hate me? Does that one look delicious to you? Does it really look delicious?
Just joking.
It looks like Jabba the Hutt. It's okay. I'll eat this one because you picked it out. Because you picked it out. I will do it. Are you sure?
Now she says no.
Will you pick one that's cuter? Like I want a pretty one.
Pick one that's cuter.
Yeah, give me a pretty one. And then she finds me a pretty one. She actually finds me one that was still warm.
What's a good one I can have? I want a good one. Like a what? That one looks so dirty. It's,
Yes, right?
Yeah. I know. So if I'm a sweet boy, I want a sweet one.
Sweet?
Yeah, a nice sweet one. This okay. That one. It's nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the one. What do you think?
It was juicy. And it wasn't gross because it was still warm. It had flavor left to it.
It's Africa.
Africa.
What was about Africa? The website?
Yes.
Oh.
That I could see now why that caught your attention.
Yeah.
Africa? It's not on Africa. No. Yeah. So this is the one.
Yep.
You pick this one? Okay. Here we go.
No way!
I have to.
Really?
Yeah, I have to. I have to.
He has no choice. Yes, but look. The die has been cast. The dog has been castrated. He's spun the wheel. He's made the deal. Oh my God.
Now I should have tried to get her to kiss me with the gum in my mouth.
Yes.
If I was sick, if I was a sick degenerate, I'd have been like, "Can I have a kiss now?" And she'd have been like, "Of course. We're in this together, Billy."
Hold on. Oh, thank you. It tasted okay. It tasted okay. What was your name?
She was very kind.
Jesse? Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your help tonight. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I might have been
That
patient
was
zero.
crazy.
I might have been patient zero for COVID right there.
Might have been.
It wasn't good.
Because those girls might have flown back on an airline to Korea and
I
brought
had to. They donated.
my spores into that
Someone gave me
microcosm,
$100.
and then someone from that plane flew into China, and then went to Wuhan.
And she picked it out for me.
Could have happened.
And it was
It's
actually
entirely possible. You know it is.
tasted fresh, which is the worst part.
That wall looks gross. This woman's telling me I should use echinacea and stuff. I'm starting to freak out.
Oh, now I'm getting worried.
Some oil of oregano.
Yeah.
You want to purify and cleanse.
How about an antiviral
You took a piece of gum off that one.
I didn't want to, but they donated. I had to.
It was a dono.
I'm just trying to be a sweet boy and give the fans what they want. But thank you, Echinacea, and
A very sweet boy.
I got a purge. Oh, I'm scared now. I know.
She put the fear in my mind.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh.
You know, they can only cure the Hep C.
Oh no.
The A and B, that's not curable.
I thought A and B was curable.
Oh no.
No, I think Hep C is the only curable one.
Huh.
What did I do?
What did you do?
Oh my God, do you need a drink?
I should probably get something.
I went to a Starbucks and bought a hot tea and burnt my mouth to clean it out.
That wall, I'll never understand why that's a tourist attraction, but it is. There's so many Instagram photos being taken in that alley daily, constantly.
I did not know what. I'd never heard the phrase gum wall until you said it, and the moment you said it, I was like, "Oh, the gum wall! I want to see that gum wall." And now I'm thinking to myself, like, "Why? Why do I want to hang out in a piss alley with other people's chewed up food?" But I was interested for a second.
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
It's at the farmer's market.
Oh my God! I'm now thinking about what I just did.
I was gagging.
Oh.
Made it easier for you to do it.
Yeah, those girls were so sweet.
They
the
were
first
so
one
kind.
they picked was so ugly.
Yeah, it was great.
It looked like a gray booger.
A great booger.
To wash the taste out.
Yeah. I should get a tea or something. There's a Starbucks over there.
See, this is what they call forced perspective. It's a way to make someone look like they're taller than somebody else by using perspective.
Oh God!
I just spit the entire way to Starbucks. I was mentally messed up.
See, there's a Starbucks that's closer to where we are right now that we wouldn't even bother trying to go to because it's the first Starbucks and there's always like a line, like an amusement park ride out front of it.
I don't even know if it's closer. Like
we're right next to the building that it's like
isn't it just like a block down though? We just crossed the street here to go
yeah.
in.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Sterilized.
But it would still be a bad idea to go there anyway.
You're probably
Yeah.
talking shit with me.
Probably.
I would have got him on camera had I not had to go burn my mouth out with hot tea.
Oh God! I feel like I'm hyperventilating. I'm like psyching myself out.
This one was kitty corner. Not too much of a walk.
Yeah.
Watching you.
I'm like mentally psyching myself out right now.
Was it hard?
No. It was fresh, yeah. It still had flavor too. Yeah, it still had flavor.
Garlic.
I still never want gum again for the rest of my life.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
if it
don't
would have
want
had a
any more
non-gum flavor to it, like if it did have garlic flavor, I might have puked. Like if it was dill pickle,
Dill pickle.
I might have vomited if it was dill pickle.
Well, like sometimes people will chew on some gum after dinner to take the taste of dinner out of their mouth, and then the gum would have tasted like like if they would have had like a good bruschetta, or maybe a garlicky hummus.
That would have bothered me. I would have regretted it so much more.
If there was some like pieces of parsley stuck in it or something, maybe they ate some fatouche.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm quitting gum.
Oh gosh.
I don't think I've ever eaten gum again after this.
Really?
I'm quitting gum from this moment forward.
I've had gum since this.
It's gross.
Where was that
It's
fancy
gross.
Starbucks that we went to the one time?
Capitol Hill.
It was like the swankiest Starbucks I've ever been to in my life.
It's the Reserve.
Billy the Fridge!
Go drink some liquor to kill it.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Even when you don't eat used gum.
You probably should.
Yeah,
Just do one shot.
I'll do a shot, yeah.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, they were having half. There's probably half a bar like going on around here.
Yeah.
There's a bar right up across the street, up on the second floor.
I have all the bar locations memorized.
I think I'm just like psyching myself out. Like I think I'm like mentally like in my head I'm like you're gonna die, but like I don't feel that way. I just like my body is like it's just
my body was
anxiety,
shaking.
like, what did you just do?
I wouldn't have done it.
All right, there's that.
Thank you, Jocelyn, Wyoming, for saving that beautiful clip.
That was beautiful.
We haven't hit a
Oh, my
goal.
goodness.
We haven't hit a dono for a while.
I know.
It's hard out here.
Yeah, it's a hard knock life on DP. It's not our normal night where we always meet the goal. So hopefully we can make something happen. Like the stream if you haven't already. If you use the Brave browser, send us your bats too. We like those.
Send us your butts. Bats.
Bat butts.
Do 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 do.
See what I'm thinking about with the tea. You drink the tea, and so you've like burned off the layers of skin inside your mouth, which is good.
Yeah.
But
which is good.
Do you also make it easier for the bacteria to get into your bloodstream because you've burned off those initial kind of shielding layers of skin?
Damn. See, I feel like the bacteria would be burnt off with the hot tea. That's my thought.
Yeah, unless the bacteria is stronger than hot tea, which it might be, because it's gum wall bacteria. It's a survivor.
Yeah, it's true. See, I'm pretty sure that gum sterilizes.
Actually, Billy, you died that day, and I just haven't told you. You've been wandering the earth a ghost ever since then, and I'm like Bruce Willis, or I'm like the little kid, and you're like Bruce Willis from The Sixth Sense. But other people can see you through the internet.
Oh,
and you're making money for other people too with these. That's great for these other people.
That makes sense. Yeah. That all makes sense.
Well, boys, unfortunately, I have to go because I have to finish up some of my day job work before I can go to bed, which fucking sucks.
Well, thank you for hanging with us. I love having you visit us.
This was so much fun. I'll be back again, I think, the Thursday before Thanksgiving.
All
I'll
right.
see you guys then. And listeners, listen to the Loudest Podcast. You'll like it. This
Yeah.
week's episode is especially good. We go into the entire history of the Monster Mash.
Oh, damn.
It caught on in a flash.
I didn't know I
It
needed
did!
that. But I need that.
It's the only song that's ever charted on the Billboard charts on 3 different occasions because everybody loves it. It's one of the few Halloween songs we have. I fucking love the Monster Mash. It's just a good song. Like, forget that it's also awesome and it has Dracula in it and a dance and a party. Like, it's a good surf rock song.
Wow.
So you'll hear more about the Monster Mash on this week's The Loudest Podcast. All right. Talk to you guys later.
See you
Thank
later.
you, Asterios. Asterios Coconuts, everybody. Go follow him on all platforms and listen to The Loudest Podcast. Yeah. The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash.
It caught on in a flash.
That's a good song.
We had Von Helton at one point singing that karaoke. Do you remember
Sounds
that?
terrible. That sounds horrible and deplorable.
Monster Mash. Here's a crazy lady on the subway. She just like attacks these two guys for no reason.
Stabby says, you know what this means? 5-hour Saturday show? There won't be a Saturday show.
There's not going to be a Saturday show.
There won't be a Saturday show.
Just tuned in. Glad to see Asterios back.
And he's gone. Damn it. You just missed him, Seth Buzz. You'll want to go back and watch all his parts, though. Seth Buzz, you didn't give us a card. If you wanted to give us a card, you could.
Here's a quick refresher.
Could have got one of these cards on my deck. I'll show you right now, guys. I'll show you right now.
This is how it works.
You can suck a card out of my
Suck
deck for
his
$20 every $20 dono or above. Just put one of these suits and correlating cards. The ones that are blacked out are already gone and chosen. And at the end of the night, we will go randomly pick one winner, and then anybody who donates $100 or more will get a guaranteed shirt. Anyways, we're giving away shirts personally designed by me. Last week's winner is getting a King Cobra shirt inspired by last week's episode, and there's 5 people who got that last week, so that's one of 5. And tonight, maybe there might not be more than one winner tonight. We'll see. Seth looks says 3 of clubs. Let me put that 3 of clubs down for you. 3 of clubs. Let me write it down for you, Seth looks. Let me write it down for you again. And then that's how it goes. If we get over the goal tonight, every $100 over the goal we go, we'll throw in another random winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Thank you, Seth Looks. And thank you, everybody else who's been playing the game. It was a graveyard smash. Dash.
There's a seat right there! And you came into my place when I sat down. You are a shit! You are a shit! Get the fuck away from me!
She's yelling at these guys that aren't even paying attention to her at this point. She gets up and hits this guy with like her iPad or some kind of, it's like a computer.
Would you rather get hit by an iPad or a maxi pad?
Is the maxi pad used?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
But the iPad's brand new.
So, I think we just missed what happened.
Oh.
So she hits him with the computer, and then he punches her. Yeah, let's show it again.
You're garbage! You're garbage!
There's the hit with the thing.
Combo breaker.
Yeah.
Look, man, if there's anything I can tell you, it's that I think that now that we are enjoying this change in the social climate, it's great to know that you can hit women again. Oh my God, he hit you once. You think you're going to do anything? You really think you're Superwoman right now? He hits her once. She goes back to hit him again with the fucking laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
Like she's going to be able to stop him?
He hit her again, and then he leaves, and now his friend tries to leave, and she attacks him.
Hey.
This guy, she attacks him.
Hey, stop!
This person's awful at filming. It's like, if you're going to film, don't film everyone's feet.
Stop!
She steals his food. His bag of...
She stole his goodies?
His bag of food.
Come on!
Look what she does.
Leave his goodies alone. That's his goodies. Oh, you ruined his goodies! Dude, she ruined your goodies, Papa. He almost slipped in his goodies. She won't let go of him. Yeah, now you're wet too. You destroyed his goodies. And I hope you like Sprite. Is she bleeding?
Yeah.
That's sad. Now, for those of you at home that are watching and want to know how I would handle this situation, I would do my best Daddy Dom voice, and I say, "Now get on the floor and eat up all that food like a little piggy. You're a little piggy. Eat up all that food." That's how I would handle this.
Oink, little piggy, oink for
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Guys, this is the last show of this week. Please help us meet the goal if you would be so kind.
We will be having a private show tomorrow, Actual Mania.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Thanks, man. Guys should be there for people.
Yeah, fight this guy that I totally started a fight with. Defend me and get your ass kicked for me. Someone
That's
you
what
don't
equality's
even know.
all about.
Oh, okay.
Equality's all about standing up for strange women who can't shut the fuck up. I'd be like, "Hey, bitch, you got fucking Chinese food all over me. I'm not gonna help you. If anything, I'm gonna be the next one to come up and give you a talking to." I'm like, "Oh, you wanted me to stand up for you? Well, I'll tell you, the stand up for you on the bus when you talk shit package."
For the sweet boy.
Yes! We need you, Coop Car. Dude, we need you all to come through if you can tonight to keep this goal going. The last few Saturdays, we streamed for like 4 fucking hours to meet the goal. We're streaming on an off night, so it's an uphill battle. If you've got any extra cash in your PayPal and you want to send it our way, even if it's just $2, that's helpful enough, and we'll read your Streamlabs at the end of the segment if you guys can please help us out. Also, like the stream, let other people know. Our internet shut down twice while we were streaming. We were climbing in viewers.
So rude.
Man, it's just like...
Dusty's chewing his fucking cage. Dusty, chill. Are there any hearts left? There are hearts left, Hawkeye Poots. I'll tell you.
Oink, oink, pick one for me, Billy, please.
Oh, Morton Dave.
Thank you, Morton Dave.
So the hearts that are left, we have the Ace of Hearts, the 3 of Hearts, the 5 of Hearts, 6 of Hearts, 9 of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, Queen of Hearts are left. So there's some hearts left. I'll show the thing. Got to pick one for Morton Dave. I might give him Morton Dave. I think I haven't knocked off Seth Looks. I have knocked off Seth Looks yet. So I think I might give him Morton Dave another ace, to be honest. Because Morton Dave's the only one that picked an ace so far. I'm going to make these aces scarce. You're going to get the ace of clubs along with your ace of spades. So the ace of diamonds and the ace of hearts is the only thing left out of this deck this week. I'm giving this one right here to a Morton Dave. You're minting another NFT, non-fuckable token.
We still haven't gone to the breakfast buffet.
Breakfast buffet. Unfortunately, that would involve waking up. They say it was only there on the weekends.
No, it's there every day, but it's early. It's like...
I thought she said it was only the weekends.
Oh,
when we called.
I didn't think that was the case. Do we have to call that cheerful lady again? It might be a different person this time anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to push that. Breakfast buffet. Oh, yeah. Should I do a rap remix of Monster Mash?
Sure. 7 a.m. to noon Saturday, 7 a.m. to 1 Sunday.
The Jack of Hearts, Sir Billiam.
Thank you so much.
Snap.
And Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. So they open early and close early on Monday through Friday.
Isn't Dusty a beautiful bird?
Yes.
Also, 9 of clubs.
9 of clubs for Dusty's owner.
All right.
That's what we need.
Everything gonna be all right.
Ooh, now we're almost to 75%, which is good. It's very good.
Fix Soul, just minting this non-fuckable token. Thank you, Fix Soul. And then,
it looks so good. Like, it's been a while since I've been to this place. Ooh, look at those Belgian waffles.
Eckies. Yeah, so 7 a.m. to 12. Yeah, I don't know. I think the a la carte is all week.
Yeah. I don't know. You're probably right. Is this oatmeal?
That's oatmeal.
That is the prettiest fucking oatmeal I've
Is
ever
it?
seen in my life.
Looks a little too wet to me.
It's probably made from scratch.
Oatmeal made from scratch?
Yeah, they probably
Well, do you
make
think
the
it's-
oats themselves.
They sow the oats?
Yes. They sow the oats there on site.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Dusty's owner's got it minted an NFT tonight. Bang bang. Analog NFTs. Analog NFTs.
Analog NFTs. Analog
NFTs, these nuts. Okay, I'm more than Dave.
Smoked salmon egg white omelet.
Yum.
Build your own omelet. This is wonderful.
Breakfast buffet.
Yep, I'm gonna hit that place up. Shit.
Should one of our bonus episodes be us live at the breakfast buffet for a private show at the breakfast buffet?
Oh yeah, you know what? We still have that poll up. I forgot to tell everyone about it. Anyone can vote in it. It's not only for patrons, but it is on our Patreon. There's a link in the description. You can vote for the type of Patreon content you would most like to see us do. And right now, the leading ideas are... where is it? Private shows similar to regular episodes, but longer and non-YouTube friendly videos. That's what most people want. And then in second place is deep dives, an entire show about one issue or subject.
And then up there was IRL streams, right?
IRL
Thank you,
streams.
chat.
Thank you. IRL streams and Spin Till You Spew and Actual Mania are all tied for third. At this point. But people will still vote, and there's still 4 days left to vote. And if you have any ideas that aren't up to vote, type it in as a comment under the post. And if you see any other ideas, hit the like button on those, and we'll consider them. That's how this works. Here's some Nick Fuentes.
Tell me where to cash at. I've been on a fast track.
Oh my God.
Nick Fuentes clips.
We did right before War II. I had
Can we
this
listen to that
dream.
intro
What
one
if
more
we
time?
did my dream in real?
Is that a little kid singing under his breath?
I think
What
it
is
might be
that?
Nick Fuentes.
Really?
Tell me where to cash at. I've been on a fast track. Shorty want my heart, but I can never back.
I don't know.
I just wanna spend
This is awful. Why do you want
That's
to
so
listen to this again?
cringe. It's so gross.
Shorty, wanna tell me where the butt's at?
War II, I had this dream. What if we did my dream in real life? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Freak. Stop having dreams about me. Sigma says people eat all the M&Ms.
I saw another video of Nick Fuentes telling Lady Maga that she's not a real conservative. And
So Billy, when are you going to free all those Asian girls in your basement?
They could leave anytime they want to.
M's out of trail mix.
Oh, it's like an Onision situation. Like they, it's like a kinky thing.
It's like they trust me. That's all.
Then pretend it isn't a big deal should face corporal punishment. Hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. Oh, it's such a quirky. Is that one of your icks? Is that an ick of yours?
That's true, Sea Dog. I might put
That's
together
another
a
thing.
dungeon cookbook.
If you eat the M&Ms out of the trail mix, then you should face. What? Could you just shut the fuck up? What is this? A sitcom? Is this a viral Reddit post? People that take the M&Ms out of trail mix should be sentenced to death. Shut up. Just shut up, you stupid idiot. Just shut up.
Stupid idiot. What a great creative insult.
He's a genius.
You stupid idiot.
You know, I know why he's doing that. when you have to censor yourself, you go to like the most baseline stuff. Because like when I was on the radio and I couldn't cuss because I was doing the radio, I'd go to like things like stupid idiot. And since he's not on the radio, I can only assume that he wants to call this guy some sort of slur. And because he knows the slur will look bad on him, he censors himself to stupid idiot.
Probably.
Me, I would want to say like, you fucking dumbass. And then I'd be like, oh, that would get me kicked off the radio. So yeah, you stupid idiot.
You stupid idiot.
I know all the slurs. I invented a couple of them.
Stupid. I hate when people do that. Man, I hate when people do that.
Do you hate that, Nicholas Fuentes?
That's one of those sitcom robot behaviors. I saw that the other day. I was watching Elijah Schaefer's show, and I like Elijah Schaefer, by the way. But it was like,
but do you like him, Nick?
Do you like him?
There's some of these like phrases or jokes that just get said over and over and over again, and people repeat them as though they're novel, but they're not. They repeat them as though it's like quirky, but it isn't. I will tell you what it is, and then maybe you'll see what I mean. It was like one of these after another. It was like within the span of 30 seconds, Elijah made some comment, some joke about how gingers don't have souls because his guest host was a ginger.
I think that's like a South Park joke originally.
Sure, those girls can leave anytime they want, once you remove those steel chains from their feet.
Oh, damn.
That's misinformation. The steel chains are around their heart, and that's why they want to stay. They couldn't see severing their ties to my love connection I have for them.
And he said
Is Chuck Woolery part of it?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm in.
Snippy thing about, because you don't have a soul. And then his producer, who's this nerdy little guy, was like, real G's move in silence like lasagna. And it was, do you know what I'm talking about? It's like these things which, it's like, why are you saying that? Gingers have no souls. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? People used to say that when I was in grade school. I mean, that's not funny. It's not a funny joke.
It's an accepted joke. It's an accepted joke. Is it funny? Are any of the jokes that Nick Fuentes and his crew spews funny?
Nick Fuentes in the house.
Yeah, like it's an easily rehashed meme of a joke. That's all it is. Same thing with every other thing you've ever spoked on any humorous level and most intellectual levels as well.
Yes.
Are you saying? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've all heard that. It's these things where you like roll your eyes. It's almost like
Murdered
it's
Magicus says, why is it acceptable to joke about my red hair, but it's not okay to joke about someone's sexuality? Well, for one, Magicus, it's not about your red hair. It's about you. Like, I happen to know you're a bisexual butt-stuffing weirdo, and I will fucking make fun of your sexuality all day because it's about you. I'm not going to make fun of every person because of their sexuality. That would be wrong. But you specifically, Magicus, you live in a dungeon, and you cook food on a hot plate, and then you have sex with whatever will fuck you.
That a certain subject comes up and people say that. It's like when I grew out a mustache and people said, you look like a 70s porn star. Really? Do I? Do you watch a lot of 70s porn?
No, you look like Magnum B.O.
And they have mustaches like that? Is that an experience that you had and it made you think of that? Or did you think of that because other people say that when they see mustaches on TV? You didn't think to say that because you saw a mustache and thought 70s
The
porn.
lack of self-awareness.
You saw a mustache and
calling
thought
someone else a little nerd. Give me any 5 card.
It is so weird.
Oh, so I'm gonna give Seth Buzz a 5 card, and we have all 5s open. So what I'm going to do, Seth Buzz, is I'm going to go in this suit. I'm going to roll a 4-sided die and pick down the line in the suit. Brandon Klein became a patron for what looks like $10 patron for 1 year, $5 patron for 1 year. Thank you, Brandon Klein, for your patronage. We will be doing the DP Actual Mania tomorrow. So we'll be back.
It was really difficult to come up with a card for this one. But we have it now, right? Or have we not figured out the name?
Pretty much. It's pretty much solidified.
Okay.
So we're going to debut it tomorrow during the pre-show. Because we'll be back for everybody during the pre-show, the free show pre-show. And then when we go into the actual Mania, you guys will understand what it's like to be happy again. Right now, we're watching Nick Fuentes, so you can't really understand what it's like to be too happy, unfortunately. But happy enough for now.
Sitcom where someone had a mustache and somebody said that, or real life incident where somebody said that because they saw it from TV. And same thing with gingers, and why do we even call them gingers? Because of that show? Because of Gilligan's Island?
No, they were called gingers long before that.
Even know why they call them that.
Well, then you're dumb.
That kind of stuff drives me insane. And
He
then the guy said,
thinks the term ginger came from Gilligan's Island. Just because one of the characters, the red-haired woman, was named Ginger.
real G's move in silence like lasagna. Yeah. People have been saying that for like 10 years. And that's a funny, I never heard that one before.
It's a Lil Wayne lyric.
What are you doing? Why are you saying that? Do you think that's funny? Because it's not. You think that's novel? Because it isn't. It's not novel. You didn't come up with that. And it's not new, and it's not funny.
New. It's
and
not
everyone's
novel.
heard that
What
before.
is one thing
So
that
why
Nick
are you-
Fuentes has ever came up with on his own?
Nothing.
He's poor. Like, I guess comparing the Holocaust to the Cookie Monster, but I bet you he fucking ripped that off somebody else.
He probably heard that somewhere.
I imagine he
saying
ripped
that.
it.
It's just like people just saying these things like they're reading a script, like they're playing a part in a show. Like these are things that you have to say, going through the motions, like you're at work, you know? First you do this, then you do this, like literal NPCs, man. They're literal.
By the way, it took me a minute to find it because it's spelled differently, but it's called Africa TV. Yeah.
He's over here talking about how people are spewing jokes and they're not novel, they're copy jokes, and then he goes on to say, "Guy's a literal NPC," which is the most unnovel joke that all the little base, little right dickhead meme spitters spit out. You're all carbon copies. Worse copies of each other. Like you're like someone Xeroxed 40 copies of what Hitler thought was the right man, and they're like the Ubermensch or whatever Hitler would call it, and you're like 100 Xeroxes from that. When you Xerox a page and it just starts to get so tattered and torn you can barely tell what it was actually connected to. You guys are like the worst Nazis.
And that is a real analogy. They are NPCs. And
That
NPC
is
does
a
not
real
mean Democrat,
analogy.
does not mean Orange Man bad. That was a perfect meme, which everyone
Memes are
ruined.
novel. It's a perfect
It's an
meme.
NPC.
NPCs
Oh,
are
a liberal.
perfect novel meme.
We should stream one of our episodes to Africa TV. Just to see. Like, we'll stream it on YouTube also, but we'll stream on Africa TV and see what the fuck happens.
No, not a liberal. It's like 80% of the population. It's like 80% of the population is a robot who doesn't have a soul or a mind. Not a brain, a mind. That's what it means.
No, they have a mind, but their mind isn't programmed for critical thinking. Like, we're all programmed, whether you want to understand that or not. Everything that we identify as self was taught by the world around us in some form or fashion. Our brains are all programmed. We all run these applications in our mind all day that has us thinking the way we think. Some people, yes, 80 to 85% of the people lack a certain level of intuition. They lack certain capabilities. So I understand where the NPC meme comes from. I think calling them NPCs is haha funny, but there definitely are people who are just programmed to exist. They react to the world. They don't control their paths, right? They're bouncing around. That's just the way it seems to be. But that being said, Nick Fuentes, You're worse than an NPC. You're the character that Grand Theft Auto has to update because you walked around with a freaking Confederate flag on your shirt. Now they have to turn that into another Southern trashy T-shirt. That's who you are, Nick Fuentes. You're an update.
Because that was a great meme. NPC meme comes around, and I'm like, finally, something that like makes sense. Finally.
That's finally.
Finally, something makes sense.
Finally, something that conveys what I...
Cat boys. Yeah, I love your Nick Fuentes has that. At the end.
Yeah, all these people are NPCs, cat boys, the pale, milky equivalent of a BBC.
A feeling. And then the NPCs took that and turned it into NPC is synonymous with liberal, orange man bad, conformist, whatever. It's not a liberal. It's not John Oliver.
It's not a liberal. It's not John Oliver.
Most of the people that you know.
Me and you and everyone we know.
So, yeah. People eat all the M&Ms. Like my faggot friend from high school, Tommy.
What?
You know what he's got on his Twitter bio? It says something like, still haven't figured out if I like...
This is the problem with Nick Fuentes. He's so militant. He can't just say, the guy I fooled around with in high school, Tommy.
Exactly. That deaf, dumb, blind kid sure plays a mean pinball.
Sure plays with my balls.
Dr. Pepper, not yet.
Dr. Pecker.
You think that's funny, you fucking asshole? It's not funny. Your quirky little joke is not funny. What is the joke? That you have an exaggerated reaction to something relatable? Oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore. I can't live in this world anymore.
Oh, please, Nick. Please don't kill yourself, Nick. Please. Please, Nick, don't opt out.
And I see
Nick,
that all the time. Oh, I can't even. Because I see these from people that I know in real life, like my family and my family's friends. I can't. I'm going to say it.
What are you going to say?
It, Nick.
I would get in trouble if I
say
said
it. Pussy.
Oh, you little puss.
But I see these things all the time.
All the time. I see the world. And I realize
I can't take it.
They're all NPCs.
So anyway, I don't know. How do we get on the subject? Because you said people that take M&Ms out of trail mix and act like it's no big deal should get corporal punishment.
Is he just mad because he's the type of guy that picks fucking M&Ms out of trail mix with his booger fingers?
That's gross.
People take. What do you mean? Who's sharing the trail mix, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about? Trail mix? What, are you sharing a lot of trail mix with people? What the fuck are you talking about?
Did he just casually drop the N-bomb?
Yeah, he did.
Just casual, like...
I know.
Soft R.
No. I know. I hate that.
I think that actually...
Don't you just hate...
if he would have dropped it with a hard R, that would have been racist, but him dropping it with the soft A is cultural appropriation. I don't know which one would be worse for this guy.
I guarantee you he only says it in this setting. He lives in the Chicago area. He's not just going to go down the street saying it.
Oh, my God. Somebody sent him to South Chicago to pick
Extra
up a
tips for
crate.
the sweet boys.
Yay! Coop Car!
Oh, my God.
Coop Car, I don't know if you know this, Coop Car, but you've donated over $100 tonight, and if you would like, send in your...
Yes, send your shipping address to ben@drunkenpeasants.com.
And we're going to send you one of the special shirts that get made tonight. So that we got 2 shirts going out so far. And anybody who's already done a 20, if you've done 20, 40, I think Seth Buzz, your Seth Looks as well, right? I put you down as Seth Buzz and Seth Looks on here. I'm a buffoon. You got 40, and if you did another 60, you'd be guaranteed a shirt too.
Yep. And then you might still win it. Another one.
No, once
right?
you hit the 100, but if you go over 100, we'll put you in for a random. But
okay.
If you request it.
Okay.
If you request it, like last time we got request with a 20 over the 100, and they requested to win one for their wife, so we put them in, and then they frickin' did it. They did the impossible. They did the impossible.
It looks like he's jerking it right now.
Yeah,
he's doing a DSP right now.
Earlier when he was sitting back in contempt of what people were doing, it looked like he was protesting getting blown at a bathhouse full of dudes. Like he was getting the worst beach.
Oh my God. Oh fuck, man.
10 of diamonds.
Hey, KCK10 getting in that 10 of diamonds. Diamonds. Thank you, KCK10. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
I had to write it lazily on 2 lines, KCK10.
Did you know Brett came back?
I did not know that.
He's got a gaming channel, but now he's doing his regular type of video on it and making all these excuses after he said at first that he was just going to do a gaming channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He made a video bitching about the gay Superman, and he made a video about Dave Chappelle, which it's weird because I agree with his overall point, but he makes it very badly and says a bunch of dumb shit and a bunch of weird words that don't exist, and he snorts like a fucking hog at a few times. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Hate when you're eating trail.
Well, it still looks like he's jerking it.
Mix and someone takes all the M&Ms out of it, and that's like it's not a big deal. You take a corporal punishment. Just shut up, will you? Just shut up. Will you just shut up and just not talk? Just stop talking. Just shut up and just stop talking.
Stop
okay?
bullying.
Just shut up. Have you tried shutting up and not talking? Because you want to talk and say things, but I really don't think that's necessary.
Thick Soul and Morton Dave
I want to tell the
also
whole
both
world to just shut
gave
up.
multiple
please.
20s tonight. So, and if your total donos tonight go to $100, we're gonna send you a shirt as well. Just want to point that out for everybody. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of this. 3 years now this week. 3 years of hitting this goal. Wow. Ben told me, he's like, when we first started this goal, he said, Billy, if we don't meet this goal for at least 3 years, we won't be able to do the podcast anymore. And I said, Ben, we have the best fans in the world. There's no way. 3 years from now, we're going to hit this goal.
I came up with the idea for the goal when I was in Amsterdam, tripping on shrooms, laying in a park.
That's why it worked, you know. Anything
this
drug
makes 100 and Stream Labs Dono plus the year Petedrin sub.
Yeah, Brandon Klein. Send us, thank you for, we met the goal. We met the damn goal. Brandon Klein, send us your shipping information. You'll get a shirt as well.
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com.
We're 3 deep on the shirts. Last week we gave away 5. This week 3. If we hit another 100, we'll give away 4. But we're not saying go over the goal. We're just letting you know if you do.
We'll so what? You want to go for like another 15 minutes or so, or
let's just go. What is it? 9:37 p.m. right now. What time we start? We start at
like 6:15,
6:15ish,
6:20. Because we had a little trouble getting everyone into the call at first.
Let's just go for a while. Let's just go now that the looming.
I do feel kind of more energized after that.
Yeah.
So for every 100 we go now. So if we get to 900, there's another drawing.
We'll put another shirt into the drawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then you know how it is.
Okay.
You know how it is.
Yep.
And you can pull up the shirt we did last week.
I'll get it.
The last week winners, there were not winners, but there were some winners, the donos, that got it.
Yeah, some just bought it outright, and some
got it given outright for their gracious donations.
Yes.
And some people won it through the raffle and thanks for their gracious donations.
Thank you for your gracious donations.
We're not selling these shirts. They're complimentary thank yous to the people who support us. Now, part of this shirt is clipped off at the bottom. That is a P at the bottom. It doesn't say do. It says DP.
It says do.
I just want to make sure people didn't think it was a do shirt. They're like, what the hell is do?
This dude, I hope I see someone walking down the street wearing this shirt, but I probably won't because there's only 5 in existence.
There's 5, yeah. I don't know. I think maybe I'll find some other way to put this art out later, but it won't be on a shirt. It won't be on a shirt. Maybe
On
we'll
a
do
mug?
maybe we'll do some other DP thing like a
Put
mug.
it on a mug.
A mug club. Join the mug club. Join the mug club. DP mug club. If I give you $100 right now, can I still get this shirt? That's not how it
No.
works, Fixel. I'm sorry. We can't do it. The shirt isn't exclusive. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll do something with these.
Maybe down the
soon.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do a beautiful sticker. Exactly, Kino. That could be something.
Dude.
We could have DP stickers.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give them to the people at the $25 level, a sticker pack or something.
Yeah.
Maybe we just throw them in some other way. We'll figure it out because I don't know. We don't want to have to do this every damn week. But if we're gonna start making fun art for everybody and we find a way to put it into other places, it could be a cool way to have some more fun as we go along and keep spirits high here at Drunken Peasants Podcast. You know, a lot of people say that I'm let's say that I'm a little stretcher of truths. They say what was the word earlier? People said I did mental gymnastics.
Yes,
that's what people said. But without these mental gymnastics, I wouldn't be able to bring you cute things like this stupid fucking game that we played tonight and had fun with.
You are good at coming up with these games, though, I'll say. Because you've done 3 very successful ones. There's this one, and then there's the what is it, 666? 777.
The 777
777 game. And then your early one where you just put sticky notes on like a board.
Yeah, this isn't even really a game. This
don't-
is just like a fun way to do a little drawing. Right?
We should do 777 for the I think I might still
Thank you,
have
Brandon
that board that you like wrote on with poo poo. You know what I'm talking about?
The shit board. Yeah. What was that for?
I can't remember.
That was
But
so
you're
weird.
like
So weird.
all the shit we've done in this room is just insane.
Good times. Yeah, John Fumester says thank you to all the bonus show donators. Thank you very much. Continually doing this every week with the bonus show is probably the reason that it's still going, because you guys are showing that you're like with YouTube gutting us and censoring us,
yes,
and stopping us. Like, it's all the fans telling us that we need to still do this, right? Because YouTube's telling us, no, you don't. No, you
Right.
don't. Everywhere else saying you don't need to keep doing this. Go get a real job. Like, for one, I suck at real jobs. For two, the fans keep showing us they love and support us. So
Yes.
goddammit, that's the only reason to keep doing this is you guys.
And my humble thanks to Brandon Klein for pledging a year on Patreon. The Patreon has taken a hit, and I think a big part of it is, we're in this kind of weird recession due to COVID. Like, this time last year, people were still getting their unemployment, and they were getting a stimulus, and it was a little easier, and they've taken all that away. The pandemic isn't over, but they took away all the benefits that the government was giving us. They took away the moratorium on evictions. They took away a lot of shit that was helping normal people, but still doing all the limitations and stuff that keep people out of work. So it's hard. It's a hard time.
It's hard.
People do Patreon surveys when they cancel their Patreon, and the number one reason that people give me is that financial reasons. Like, I'm out of, like, I don't have enough money right now.
Number two reason is because they don't like that you picking on me and saying I'm short. They're like, you got to stop calling Billy short.
Actually, that's the reason people give for pledging all the time.
I don't believe that.
Yep.
I don't believe that at all.
Yep.
Oh,
You woke up today and chose
Texas shut down their unemployment before it ran out federally.
What a surprise.
They're like, nope.
So it says, what's
We're
the
not
deal
going to
with
give you
air-
this federal money.
Plain food, yeah. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Elijah Schaefer, good guy, but it was just like one of these after another. I think there was a third one too, but it just kept going around and around. She's a ginger, get it? She has no soul.
I like how he has the balls to make fun of other people's unfunny jokes, but he has equally as, if not more so, unfunny jokes.
Yeah, I like his funniest joke was literally him comparing the Holocaust to the frickin' Cookie Monster, and that was terrible.
Right.
It was terrible.
Not even because it was a joke in poor taste, like whatever. A joke in poor taste, that's funny. I'll be like, that was funny.
Yeah.
You know, but...
It was a terrible joke.
Yeah.
And he's paused right now looking like he's high as hell about to eat a stack of, like, pussy brownies.
Dusty is such a beautiful bird. Look at that. Look at that beautiful... Dusty sees himself now.
Dusty's like, what?
Yeah. Like, who's that bird?
He's staring into the abyss.
What?
Does Dusty have a stray hair on his chinny chin chin? What is that? Is that
They don't have
slobber?
hairs, for one thing.
What
They have
is that thing
feathers.
hanging down from
Oh,
his...
you know what? There is a hair. I think
it-
there's a hair sticking out of Dusty's beak.
Did Dusty just eat some poon?
Probably.
And he's got freaking pubes hanging out of his mouth?
Probably.
Dusty, you dog.
You dog,
You dog.
The real G's move in silence, like lasagna.
Man, could you imagine taking two lame
You're gonna die.
quips
You're gonna die
and
one
making
day.
a
You're gonna
10-minute
die
video
one
out of
day.
it?
You're gonna die one day.
Is Dusty's owner moving the camera so he can clear Dusty's beak?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe.
Or is Dusty about to take a shat into this bowl?
Probably.
I mean, listen, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe I should just choose another line of work. Like,
Look, Nick,
I don't know.
once
being
again,
alone.
don't do it. No, Nick, no.
Now he's doing the I'm getting a BJ stance.
Yeah.
Catboy is under the desk. Do you remember? It was me, you, Justin Wang, and Brad Jones, and we all did the like BJ thing.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
Wang right now, by the way, is on tour. He's did the West Coast. We were gonna go see him in Seattle.
He canceled.
His van broke down. His tour van broke down. We missed him, but he's gonna be going through, I believe, Texas and Florida for the last leg of his tour. So
He
if
told
you guys
me-
are fans, go out to one of his shows. Jinx is the band. Justin Wang on Twitter and everywhere else. Find out the regular tour dates that are left if you're in the area.
He told me they were coming back at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
In the relatively near future.
Scrotus Maximus says, "Love you guys. Keep calling Billy short because he's a dwarf." No,
Yep.
no.
He's a dwarf planet.
No.
I'm being.
If I was running for mayor, I would tell everybody you were racist for that comment.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Now, let's get another one in. Let's get another super chat in and get off of this one. Okay. Yeah, the trail mix super chat. Yeah, I can't relate. Omega King says this may sound
I can't relate.
All right, what else we got here? Oh shit. Let's do. Oh, Durst the Worst. Remember that guy?
Durst the Worst. Yeah, nerd.
I think we have a couple of answers with the university.
I love how the videos that he just watches his browser play, and he always has a dislike on it. By the way, he did one video where the title was Seattle cancels Halloween because it's racist or something, but it was a misleading title because it was just one school. He made it sound like the whole city canceled Halloween.
South Millersville University.
Anytime you've got a particular group that has been marginalized and oppressed, you need special recognition of their importance.
I think it's really important
Gross.
that we have these commissions to represent everyone's voices.
Around like 5 gender and sexual diversity. So like what pedos?
Is that what that means? Is that the first conclusion you draw?
I really wanted a school that was inclusive and welcoming and would allow me to be myself. I learned about the policies at Millersville. I was amazed. I was like, this is it. This is the school I'm going to. It's just so welcoming and so nice, and I felt at home.
The university.
You're mentally ill.
The amount of projection is just crazy.
You're mentally ill.
You're mentally ill.
So that all of these different
individuals and departments all come together to provide support for our students. We have a role to play.
Hold on. His response to a black person coming on the screen is, ugh.
To be fair, that could be his response to a queer person coming on the screen.
Okay.
Celebrating each other. The more
Assuming
diverse
she's queer. I might have just assumed.
Better we can meet the needs of the community.
No, we don't. Could you
I
imagine
might have
if
been worse than him with that one.
Could
I
you
don't know.
imagine if our reactions to videos were just like, no, you don't? Like, oh, you're mentally ill. Dude, I just want to, you know what, Durst? No, you don't. You're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Because the more opportunities we'll have.
Okay, so
Are there any male
no, you
teachers?
don't.
Are there any male teachers at the school?
that's a small hat person.
Opportunities we'll have to hear what your lived experience
Can
is
we
and how
pull up this video, Ben? Inclusive Excellence, the actual video itself, and can we react to the actual video and do it better than him?
No, you don't.
Because I feel like I can make better jokes than he is making.
Of course. He's not even making jokes. He's like having a one-sided conversation.
Oh, yuck. Oh, gross. Oh, people enjoying their life and being happy. Oh,
no,
you're
you
mentally
don't.
ill.
No, you don't.
equitable place.
She sounds like she's on the verge of crying, dude.
Why? She's on a video. Like, why would she
doesn't
be
seem-
crying?
Yeah, she seems like say what you want about this school. I don't know if they're going to produce any Fortune 500 members. Maybe they will. We'll see. It's a novel idea, right? Like Nick Fuentes wanted novel ideas. Here's your novel idea.
Millersville University. Oh man, hang on a second.
Oh man.
So we saw Dr. Jennifer Burke in that video, and totally do not flood this email address with your opinion.
Yeah, he is doing the like, oh, don't harass these people. No.
Well, I'm glad Durst the Worst doesn't get very many views because like her inbox is not gonna. It's gonna be just Durst the Worst.
And do not call this number that you see on your screen because, well, you know, when you attack your enemy wins, right, conservatives? Right, Big Papa Fascist, that one dude on the Crucible channel. Yeah, let's totally not.
They're not watching
Mass 1-star Millersville University on Google or anything like that. You know,
So he wants people to leave fake reviews too.
let's totally not email Dr. Sarah Jackson at millersville.edu and call 717-871-7344. Let's totally not do that.
Dr. Love is a sought-after public speaker on a range of topics, including abolitionist teaching, anti-racism, hip-hop education, black girlhood, queer youth, hip-hop feminism, art-based education to foster youth engagement, and issues of diversity and inclusion. She is the creator of the hip-hop civics curriculum, Get Free. I'm interested to see. She's got to have rap or something, right? Or does she have a rap out there? I want to know how deep in the hip-hop is she? I'm interested now. I want to see this Get Free hip hop civics curriculum. I want to know more about Bettina L. Love. If she makes me cringe, but if I learn, it's worth it. It's worth it. GetFreeHipHopCivics.com. Hawkeye Poots found the website. Is it so good?
There is.
Get
I can't
Free.
find anything of her actually doing music. I see her giving a lecture.
GetFreeHipHopCivics.com. I'm going to the website. Flood her with positive reviews. The website, it doesn't look bad. It looks like it's top quality social propaganda. That's fine. Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, the last time we reviewed one of Durst's videos, a bunch of our fans went over there and commented on his stuff, and all he could say was like, "You're going to hell," and like that kind of stuff.
I welcome hell.
He's not the brightest.
I welcome hell, but I personally believe hell is reserved for people like Durst the Worst. I could be wrong, though, but that's how everybody who believes in hell believes.
Everyone that they don't like is going there.
Exactly. Oh, you're going to hell. If somebody actually believed in hell and they told somebody to go to hell, that's like the most evil thing I could think of. Beyond like actually physically harming somebody, which is not even evil. It's just bad. It's just wrong. But to actually believe in hell and then want somebody to go there, it's like that's just evil, dude. You can't have that sort of mindset and get into heaven.
I mean, most people believe Hitler lives there, so why doesn't Durst want to go? He can be with his buddy.
He doesn't believe Hitler's there, right? He thinks Hitler has like a mansion in heaven with Tupac.
Mansion in heaven.
Yeah, like Thug Mansion. Tupac has Thug Mansion. Hitler has Nazi Mansion.
Hell, Michigan, which might even be worse than the biblical hell.
Welcome to Heil Mansion in heaven. I'm Hitler. I have the Heil Mansion. Yeah, it's right next door to Tupac's Thug Mansion. We live in heaven. We're very happy here.
Time for oddities. So there's this new cannabis byproduct called Delta 8, and they're trying to make it illegal.
Yeah, is it a byproduct or does it have the effects of cannabis?
I think it's made from cannabis, I believe. Let me look up the definition of Delta 8.
Yeah, it's going under federal review to be made illegal, and I just
Delta 8 actually gets you high.
Delta 8 is CBD.
I don't think it is just CBD because it gets
THC.
you high.
Delta 8 tetrahydrocannabinol, Delta 8 THC, is a psychoactive cannabinoid found in the cannabis plant. It is an isomer of Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol, the THC9. The compound, commonly known as THC 8, has antiemetic, anxiolytic, orexigenic, analgesic, and neuroprotective properties. Like my reading, guys. For those of you at home right now, you can try and read that better than me. I guarantee you can't, but if you can, embarrass me. Yeah, so the THC, what's it say at the top, is moderately less potent than THC 9, being about 50 to 66% as potent in vivo, according to most scientific studies on the topic. Although its psychological and physiological effects remain qualitatively similar, this essentially means that it will still medicate, intoxicate similarly to THC 9, although to a lesser degree per milligram of material consumed. THC 8 may cause increased heart rate, reddening of the eyes, dizziness, dryness of the mouth and throat, paresthesia, tinnitus, increased body awareness, weakness, muscle tension or tremor, reduced motor coordination, fatigue, sleepiness, changes in visual perception, altered visual imagery, enhancement of colors or contrast, enhancement of snacks like Funyuns and or Cheetos.
Here's something about Delta 8.
So, as some of you know, our government's in the process of trying to make Delta 8 illegal. And what that means is if we do nothing, they're going to further criminalize any substance that's similar to THC or any cannabis derivative. Not only does this harm people who need it the most, but it's going to put people in trouble just for having it, or possessing it, or selling it. So, I don't want any more of this. What I'm calling for is a mass smokeout. Let's make the 1930s proud and become the unenforceable wave.
Yeah, mass smokeout, guys. I like what she's saying. Delta 8 should not be banned. We shouldn't be looking into banning any THC anything.
Right.
It should be legalization of THC federally across the board. And it's a waste of our time and tax dollars to even be considering this at this point.
Alrighty, I heard from one of my Canadian supporters who sent me a birthday present that I finally got, I think it was about 2 days ago. This is the present that he got me. Thank you, Doge. Let me go ahead and read. I've got his card up there. Let me take it down.
I like
here
how she has furry art up on her wall.
That's hot.
Ooh.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Oh
is
yes,
furry.
it is.
I was like, is it furry? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like a Bob Ross painting with a furry character on it.
That's how we live. We should probably save this for another episode though.
Are we gonna end?
It's fucking 10. It's
All
late.
right.
It's late.
All right.
We gotta be back here tomorrow. We gotta be back in here tomorrow
For Actual Mania.
Yeah, we got so much work to do. What we're gonna have to do though before we go is pick a winner. So, boo. Okay, play this one. Fuck you guys.
It's pretty long,
Fuck
though.
You. Yeah, Gail's always long. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to get into a fucking Gail thing this late in the show. I knew it was gonna be long. How long is it?
It's like 19 minutes long.
Suck that. The people want Gail. Well, I'll tell you what, people. It's too fucking bad. It's 19 minutes. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow during the pre-show. You little psychos, you little lovers.
Deck.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 minted tokens tonight. Thank you guys for your contributions. For those of you that did the $100 donos tonight, make sure to get to Ben. I believe Brandon said he sent to Ben at Drunken Peasants.
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com, and I will be verifying all of the winners and making sure that their Streamlabs email matches the email that they're sending me their shipping address on. So get that into me. And also shirt size included as well, please. Because I need to know the size of your shirt.
All right, so I'm going to take these cards. I'm going to shuffle them around. All right.
And I believe all the shirts come in men's sizes, right?
Well, yeah, they're unisex.
But they go along with men's sizes.
Yeah.
Because like women's sizes are different. Like an extra large in women is like a medium for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're unisex. Yes. Oh my God. So I'm shuffling these cards, guys. And then we're also going to randomize them through a die roll. There's 15 cards, so I'm going to choose to roll a 12-sided die and a 4-sided die. Then we're going to count down into the deck and pick that card, okay? We're going to go 4 and 12. And we have 2 and 2, so we're going to go 4 deep. We're going 4 deep on this.
The one
All right?
die is green.
Yeah, 4 deep, and that's the winner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thick soul.
Thick soul.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Thank you, guys. Thick soul, we're going to need you to send your information to Ben.
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com.
Ben at drunkenpeasants.com. Ben at drunkenpeasants.com. Thank you guys for watching tonight. We, of course, this is our last full show, public show of the week because I'm filming my goddamn movie. We're doing the same thing next week. But we are going to be back tomorrow for a pre-show. And if you guys want to come watch that pre-show, follow us into the Actual Mania private show immediately afterwards. Thank you, guys.
You know, me and when you were in the bathroom, because you were talking about how like you've been filming this movie a long time, and there's going to be continuity errors with your weight fluctuation. Maybe like they can write in you have like allergic reactions.
They don't have to write anything in. I'm just going to, when I go do the press tour, I'm going to explain to everybody on the press tour, like, you know, the pandemic happened. I was going through some weight loss, so you're going to see scenes in the movie where I'm much smaller than the other scenes. I'm going to make it sound like I lost weight during the pandemic when I go on my press tour. They're going to be like, "Oh, that's amazing how you lost weight." I'm like, "Yeah, that." I've already got it planned out.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you guys again. Have a good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.